first time around, we found out that no matter the distance, it's good to bring the glove. The second time, we moved much closer and found out your friends like to be involved. Tonight, we leave the booth that bears his name to find another great location that also bears his name. Once in a while, it's good to mix it up. Yes, there are comforts of home, but why stay there all the time? You know, back in 2011, they put up this beautiful statue of Harry Kalas right at the foot of Harry the K's restaurant. Well, there's 2 decks, and we've decided to see Chase Utley's return to Philadelphia that we would get the best view, which is way up top. Yep, he is the man, according to Harry. We are up under that Citizens Bank Park logo, the Harry the K's logo, bringing you Phillies baseball with all the atmosphere of being out with the fans. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, along with Matt Stairs, along with Ben Davis. We are excited to be out in the ballpark again. Center field our first year, behind home plate our second year, and now up here at Harry the K's at the upper level perch. Now, Ben, I know you're staring at the menu, which is right over the camera, but what is so cool about being up here, you
Tom,
think?
I would never do that. I would never do it. There's not a bad seat in the house here at CBP, and this seat, we got the bird's eye view of this wonderful ball game, the return of Chase Utley. It's going to be a great night.
Well, speaking of Chase Utley, Matt, we were out in Los Angeles when he met with the media. He was excited about the anticipation of coming back to Philadelphia. I thought he was extremely relaxed today when he talked to the media.
He was, but I imagine he has a lot of butterflies working in there, a lot of excitement. But bringing Chase back to the Citizens Bank Park, a guy who's probably the greatest second baseman ever played in Phillies history. He's just a guy that leads by example the way he plays. Every day he doesn't take an inning off. He doesn't take that bat off. He runs extremely quick down to first base and plays the game right every time.
Well, he got a great round of applause a few minutes ago when he went out to warm up for tonight's ball game. I'm sure it will be even louder when he is introduced as the leadoff batter for the Los Angeles Dodgers. We have one of the best views to watch Chase Utley's first at-bat, and also watch this pitching matchup between Kenta Maeda and Vince Velasquez. Lineups at first pitch when we return. Above on left field. We are just under that here at Citizens Bank Park. It is a great vantage point to watch the Phils and the Los Angeles Dodgers. We've got folks milling around behind us. There's going to be food being served all over the place tonight. The food up here at Harry the K's and downstairs, the burgers, cheesesteak spring rolls, the chicken fingers. It's outstanding stuff. You know, it's turned out to be a fairly nice night. We get a chance to see Chase Utley make his return. Guys, it's a lot like last year when Jimmy Rollins made his return. We were back behind home plates.
It is a lot of excitement. You can see everyone is excited when he was introduced. Should be a fun evening. And I imagine that guy right there, Chase Utley, be glad when this evening's over.
Yeah, he was good with the media today. I thought Matty gave you a shout out, get a chance to see you. Ryan Howard is going to play tonight, play first base, so they'll get a chance to interact if Chase happens to get a base hit for tonight's ball game. So the Phillies take the field. Vince Velasquez facing the Dodgers for the second time. His last time out, it didn't go all that well. The hope is that he will have a better understanding of how to pitch Chase Utley and the rest of the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's Beatles night tonight, so you're going to hear a lot of Beatles music in the background as well. But I'm sure you'll hear a little Kashmir when Chase Utley comes to the plate for the first time. They'll mix in a little Led Zeppelin before tonight's ball game. Chase, a 13-year career here with the Phillies, and helped lead them, of course, to the 2008 World Championships, one of the foundation pieces of the 5 straight divisional crowns for the Philadelphia Phillies. Well, I'm not sure if much really bothers that guy at all when it comes to playing the game of baseball.
He's about as stoic as you could imagine for a baseball player, but deep inside, there's got to be some emotion for him.
I would think so. I thought the crowd around third base was pretty impressive when he was stretching, and he acknowledged everybody as he was going out to stretch, which was kind of cool as well. Carlos Ruiz, his longtime teammate, when he said he was catching with Chase at the plate, he said, I don't know what kind of emotions I'm going to feel, but I even think his old teammates were looking forward to the reaction that Chase would receive tonight here at Citizens Bank Park, because it's going to be loud. You know, people wondered what it was going to be like. It's going to be loud and extensive. So with all that, Vince Velasquez has finished his warm-up tosses. Chase Utley doesn't like the way his bat feels, so he's going to change it up a little bit. Dan Baker's down on the field ready to introduce Chase for the first time here in Philadelphia. So with that, we're going to turn it over to Dan Baker.
For the Los Angeles Dodgers, number 26, second baseman, Chase Utley.
Well, he wanted to play baseball 2 minutes ago, but I think even he understands the pomp and circumstance that surrounds his return here to Philadelphia.
Well done, Philly. Well done, Philly fans.
Absolutely. 1 ball and 1 strike to Chase. Chase is having a good year. That's why he has said he wants to play past this season. Hitting .252 with 8 home runs and 34 runs batted in. The Dodgers have talked about his influence in the clubhouse, how important that has been, which is not surprising with a lot of the young players that are on the Dodgers. Off speed pitch, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And none more so than Corey Seager. Seager, his double play partner, learned a lot from number 26 and continues to get better and better each day.
I don't know if it's good or bad that we're getting older, because that was a goosebump kind of moment to see Chase Utley, but still odd to see him in Dodger blue. Fastball just a bit low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good spot though by Vince.
Yep.
Well, we've already seen the game plan's a little different than out in Los Angeles, where he was firing 1 fastball after another. He's already mixed in a changeup and a breaking ball to Chase Utley, which is really how you have to pitch this Dodger ball club. And a fastball at the knees. Rest of the Dodger lineup brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. It is Seager, then Justin Turner and Josh Reddick. Adrian Gonzalez hits 5th, Yasmani Grandal 6th. And the bottom third of Peterson, Howie Kendrick, and Maeda, who, by the way, was a pain in the neck at the plate when the Phillies faced the Dodgers out in Los Angeles. Here is Seager hitting .309 with 21 home runs, 56 runs batted in. He has continued to hit since we left the Dodgers. And Matt, we got a chance to see this kid in person. I mean, he is impressive in size. I know this is the first time you're seeing him in person.
Good size. He absolutely uses his lower half better than a lot of left-handed hitters I've seen throughout the game. You know, he's one of those guys. He doesn't take that big swing, and it's a wild swing. It's under control. It is a big swing, but it's an under-controlled swing by using his lower half so well.
The ball's at 2 strikes to Seager. Velasquez delivers 97 miles per hour outside. Here's Velasquez's numbers: 8-4 with an ERA of 3.94, making his 21st start. He has not been the Vince Velasquez of the first half in the second half of the season.
You talk about him using that lower half, Matt, and when we were out in LA, I talked about it, very little hand movement. So to create the kind of power that he has, obviously using that lower half.
Off-speed pitch and a check swing, no swing. This is Paul Nart, the third base umpire.
Take a look at the scouting report. Vince is a 4-pitch pitcher. I expect to see more changes today than last game. You can see during the All-Star break, he hasn't been very good at 0-2 with a 5.65 ERA.
Yeah, the Phillies are 0-5 in his game since the All-Star break. Seager cracks it over toward first. It's a foul ball off the glove of Ryan Howard. It remains 2-2. It shouldn't come as a surprise that young pitchers struggle at times during their first full season. I thought the Dodgers, and it may have been that guy right there that led the scouting report, really had a good approach against him last time, particularly after the first inning.
I was going to say after the first inning.
Yeah. Up to the Hall of Fame club, and it remains 2-2. One of the things about Corey Seager that's surprising is his power. You know, when they listed him in the home run derby this year, I think a lot of folks were kind of surprised because they don't look at him as a home run hitter. But 21 home runs, second among rookies in the National League to Trevor Story. Swing and a miss. Boy, good pitch. 80 miles an hour. Back-to-back strikeouts for Velasquez. All right, boys, time now for your Nissan keys to the game.
Well, I'll start it off since I'm the older guy here. For me, today, it's Vince Velasquez needs to pitch, which you've seen so far. Last time in LA, he was just leaning back and throwing as hard as you can, mixing the curveball and the changeup.
And mine is for the offense to wait and wait some more. Kenta Maeda, not only is his pace slow, but he can throw some 69, 70-mile-an-hour curveballs up there, and he does it frequently. So stay back.
Yeah, he's a little different pitcher in the States than he was in Japan. Breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Well, obviously Vince Velasquez got the message, guys. I mean, this is a totally different approach than his first outing. Justin Turner, who's missed the last couple of games because of a contusion to his right hand.
You can see the handle on that bat really heavily padded.
Now, is that to alleviate the shock of the ball hitting it?
Yes, absolutely.
I have to admit, I don't think I've ever seen it that way.
A lot of guys will do it. They'll put those pads on that you used to tape the ankles with, and they'll layer that up on a bat, and then wrap the tape, the athletic tape, over top and give it some sponge.
I would think you have to take a couple of swings to get used to something like that, huh?
Better than leaving your thumbs in the batter's box. And
well, that
running
is
first.
true. That is true. By the way, what a breeze we have up here, huh?
What a breeze and what an unbelievable view.
It is. I think I remember when this ballpark opened, Ruben Amaro talked about that first row, about getting season tickets for that first row in front of us. That's where we are, right up here. Yep, the Yingling is cold on tap. Balls, 2 strikes to Turner. A couple close pitches not called by the home plate umpire Ron Kolpa, who's a good ball strike umpire. Tapper foul.
How about that 98? And he comes back with an 87-mile-an-hour changeup off speed. That's the 10 mile an hours we talk about. to have the hitters way out in front.
Yeah, there's something. I mean, he's loose tonight as far as his fastball goes.
Probably took him a while to get loose, though.
Yeah, chilly.
Yeah, putting his belt on. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Turner. Swing and a miss. He just struck out the side. But this is a little different than Los Angeles. This was even more dominant, and I think you feel a little bit better about the way he went out after this Dodger ball club. So after a long standing ovation for Chase Utley, we have concluded the first inning here at Citizens Bank Park. Here are the 3 Ks looking for Utley, and then Seager, the next guy up. He tried to catch up to a breaking ball, could not. And Justin Turner, just a good old-fashioned up his warm-up tosses. Let's take a look at the Phillies lineup, brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Hernandez, Herrera, and Altair, followed by Franco, Howard, and Rupp. In the bottom third, Galvis, Borges, and Velasquez. And they will face the right-hander from Japan, Kenta Maeda. Maeda 11-7 with an ERA of 3.31. Now the first pitch to Cesar Hernandez is hit foul, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Cesar hitting .289 with 2 home runs and 28 runs batted in. There's a scatter report on him.
Yeah, he'll sit right about 90 with that fastball, but he will throw any pitch at any time, and he'll slow up on his slower stuff. 7-2 with a 3.28 ERA on the road this year.
Now, when you say slow up on his slower stuff, you mean velocity, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because he does slow up.
I tried to watch the game when Vince was pitching against him in L.A. Taking it came on at 20-12 at night.
Yeah, your time.
I got bored watching it because it's just so lazy.
Oh boy, that's a pitcher's pitch right there. Strikeout looking. 4 batters, 4 strikeouts for both teams. And what a way for Odubel Herrera. How about us talking strike zone from up here?
Yeah.
How dare we
we have
question the strike zone?
We're fine.
Here's the overhead. I thought we were going to take that back here. It's a bit inside.
Especially because Grandal wasn't set up there. Typically will not get that pitch.
Here's Odubel. Odubel hitting .285 with 12 home runs. He got 2 hits the other day, so because of that, he earned a promotion back to the 2-hole. Series against the Dodgers, he was 2 for 9 with a run scored. So his last 7 games have been better. Matt, we thought his last game was probably his best swings we've seen in a while, right?
Yeah, because, I mean, one, he had a double to right center versus a left-hander, but he was swinging the bat well. It just seemed like he gets in trouble where his bat doesn't stay in the zone very long.
Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Maeda's 3-1 since the All-Star break, but his ERA is high. It's 4.67. Dodgers need a starter to go deep in a game. I know that the Phillies have struggled with their starters going deep, but they have more innings out of the bullpen in August than anybody else.
I was talking to Oral Hershiser earlier.
They could use him.
Bulldog.
And all that grease on his wrist. And he said that they're throwing less than 5 innings per start.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, by the way, with the Vaseline.
Uh-huh.
It's oil.
Good curveball, too.
Very good curveball.
Outside corner, 2-2. Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Carolyn Elberson of Trenton. Phillies hit a home run at today's ball game. Carolyn will win $100. McDonald's mix and match any 2 for just $2.50 on McDonald's Pick 2 menu.
Good luck, Carolyn.
Two balls and 2 strikes.
Tom, when we were walking up here,
yeah,
you brought your umbrella. Did you bring your glove?
No, I didn't.
No.
I figured, well, I don't want to say that anybody that no one can hit it up here, but man, you'd be hard pressed to hit a ball up here. And I figured at that point, one of you guys could catch it.
The only man that can hit a ball up here is the man doing the broadcasting, young Matthew here.
That's right.
I can't hit up here. I'm a lefty, Ben.
We'll turn you around.
Yeah, we'll just reverse the film. Somebody asked me who could hit what up here, and I was like, Mark McGuire. Ground ball foul past Mickey Morandini. Mike Stanton probably could. He should have picked the Marlins game. That young fella enjoying some of the food up here at the foot of Harry the K's. How we doing, guys?
They got it all going on.
It really is a great spot. You forget sometimes. Beatles tribute night. No Double. He is the 6th Beatle. Swing and a miss. Well, 5 batters in tonight. 5 strikeouts. It's like a backyard wiffle ball game.
It really is. They're going to let their fielders get involved at some point. Backdoor slider, cutter, whatever you want to call it.
Two outs, and here's Aaron Altair. Altair hitting .254. 3 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Aaron was one of the players who was kind of enamored by our broadcast point tonight. Tommy Joseph said, "Where are you guys broadcasting from?" And I pointed to the tarp that was up here covering all the equipment earlier today. I got a kick out of it. Good breaking pitch, 1-1.
You know what's crazy is it looks far away from the Phillies dugout.
It does.
But sitting up here, it doesn't look.
No. I would agree with that.
The view is excellent.
And you know, everybody knows how hot it's been in the Delaware Valley the last few days. I mean, there is a nice breeze up here too. Boy, that ball was wicked in its movement and unrecognizable for Altair. It's 1-2. .89 degrees. Just a bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And see, that's what he tries to do right there, the pitchers. He tries to lull you to sleep by throwing that slow curveball, throwing the little slider 82, and then try to surprise you with a 91 fastball inside.
Check swing, slow roller out to short. Seager's up with it. And somebody finally made contact, but it's still a 1-2-3 inning.
So that means we won that inning.
That's exactly right. We'll go to the second. Phillies and the Dodgers scoreless. will change the way you experience TV. By Toyota, the annual clearance sale is going on now. Toyota, let's go places. By Citizens Bank, the next time you have a question about money, don't keep it to yourself. Ask a Citizen. By Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at IBX.com. Well, back here at Citizens Bank Park, it is a scoreless game. Josh Reddick will lead it off. Now the first pitch from Velasquez is taken off the outside corner. Reddick acquired from the Oakland Athletics, hitting 178 in a Dodgers uniform. So far he is 8 for 45 since the trade. On the outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I would say that pitchers should be happy thus far tonight with the strike zone. It's a little wide, not high and low, it's high.
Might as well take advantage of it.
It will change.
'93. It's 2-2. Is that a 2-seamer that he just threw there?
It was. That's a pitch that Cameron Rupp said he's trying to get a little bit better at. We know that good hard riding 4-seamer he throws, and sometimes that will have a little cut to it. A 2-seamer, a little sink.
And now the 2-2 pitch to Reddick. Fastball hit in the air, left center field. On the run is Odubel Herrera, and he can get it. Yes, he can. Makes the catch as he goes into the W.B. Mason sign.
Who but, Tom?
Who but? We lose him from our vantage point, but picking up the monitor, you can see how fast he got to that spot.
Well, it's all about getting a good jump and not being afraid to run into that wall. Luckily, hit right in that 387 alley. A good concentration getting there. Nice play.
Well, Vince likes it after getting 2 strikes on the board. So now Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez takes on the inside corner, 0-1. Adrian Gonzalez hitting .296. He has great career numbers against the Phils, and he does hit well here at this ballpark. In fact, power-wise, he has 11 home runs here at Citizens Bank Park. He's hit in 8 consecutive games. And he shoots this one foul down the left field line.
Play.
Really nice play.
Chair in hand, one hopper.
Knowing it was foul.
Get the chair. Look at the umpire. Oh, another day at the ballpark.
Really good play. Oh, 2 to Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez 300 home runs, 400 doubles in his career. A little bit of a quick pitch from Velasquez.
Again, you see why I despise the quick pitch. It's a wasted pitch right there.
And he never does it.
Yeah.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. We can see that from up here. We would have helped Paul Nard out if he needed help. 4 strikeouts for Velasquez. All right, well, we're here. Murph, where are you?
Well, Tom, I'm glad, first of all, that you guys took my recommendation and decided that watching a game in the stands with the fans is a good idea. I get to do it every night. It is by far the best vantage point. I know you guys agree with that. I've made my way up to Harry the K's up on the 2nd level, not too far from you. Let me introduce Ed Buttacavoli, who is the division manager from Aramark. And, you know, we've known this for a while. These guys are just figuring it out. This is such a great place to watch a game. You get to watch this every day.
Every day. It's a great experience. Harry the K's is double level. You can come up here to the upper and have a beer, watch the game, hang out on some high tops, order some food, or you can sit downstairs, get a table with some service. You can also watch the game down. It's a great spot. You know, it's a good place to be.
It's a very good place to be, and we're happy to be here today. But you know what? What some folks may not know is that there is a little bit of a different menu here at Harry the K's than elsewhere in the ballpark.
Yeah, more than hot dogs out here. We got a lot of different items. We're going to offer some items over here to the guys that are calling the game. We got a Korean fried pork belly sandwich. We got turkey burgers. A lot of good stuff out here. Smoked brisket. We're going to present some items, see how the guys like it.
Cheesesteak spring rolls?
Cheesesteak spring rolls. No, they're not yet, Tom. Not yet. But you want to watch these guys fight for some food?
I think we should do it.
All right, let's deliver the food, guys. You can fight over the pork belly or the duck fat fries.
The duck fat fries.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful saying that one.
Tell us a little bit about the pork belly sandwich, because we all had our eyes on that one.
Yeah, Andrew Zimmer. We teamed up with Andrew Zimmer this year. It's a Korean fried pork belly. It's got a nice fruit sauce with it. It's really good.
What about the duck fat fries? They look pretty darn good too.
Duck fat fries, just some French fries, deep fried in duck fat. We got a smoked brisket on top, melted cheddar cheese. It's delicious.
And it looks like Ben's got a burger of some kind. That will take him about 13 seconds to eat. But what does he have in front of him?
That's a turkey burger, 8-ounce turkey burger with an onion marmalade with
That's
sharp
too healthy
Vermont
for
cheddar
him.
melted on.
It'll take him a lot quicker to eat it because I'm going to take it from him.
That's exactly right.
He's the rookie. I'm the veteran. He has last choice.
Well, Ed, we certainly appreciate the invite up here to Harry the K's. And if folks haven't figured out that this is a great place to watch a ball game, maybe they will now.
They certainly will.
All right, Ed, guys, enjoy it out here in the stands.
Murph,
It's nice
thanks,
to have
buddy.
you out here.
Thanks, Murph.
Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Hey,
Ed.
pull up a chair, Murph.
Yeah, they don't let me do that. They don't let me sit down, ever.
Really?
Nor wear shorts.
After the single, Jock Peterson is the batter. Their fries are really good.
I mean, look at the size of it.
Ben,
That's a lot.
pork belly.
Like you couldn't handle it.
That's a lot.
You're going to give me a bad rep here.
Well, you're in the best shape of any of us, so you can eat whatever you want. That ball's popped foul off the third base side and remains 0-2. Hey, whoa.
These things are looking good.
Yeah, the fries are good.
That's a little brisket on there.
A little brisket. Oh, don't spill it on Matt's scorebook.
Sorry.
See, Peterson's numbers: 18 homers and 50 runs batted in. He was 6 for 12 in the last series for the Dodgers with a couple home runs. Got to be careful with fastballs to this guy.
It is something. Excuse me. The amount of bat speed.
Do you have fries with duck fat stuck in your mouth?
They're very good. But the amount of bat speed that he can generate.
Swing and a miss. And Peterson's down on strikes. I don't know what was more bat speed, the swing through or the throw on the bat aside. 5 strikeouts for Velasquez. We'll mark down the strikeout. We'll eat some fries. And we'll be back with hopefully a drink. 7:05 Thursday at 7:05. Don't forget, Thursday is the post-game concert with country music star Chase Rice. It'll be about 20 minutes after the game, and then he'll perform for about an hour, weather permitting, of course. Go to Phillies.com to get your tickets. You can also go to Phillies.com/Country Music Night for more info. Well, Dave Roberts in the dugout, the first-year manager of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Some people think, hey, you got to put him toward the top of the list for manager of the year with what he's done with this Dodgers club. Like a lot of teams, he's had a lot of injuries to deal with. Mostly, I should say mostly, but he's lost a lot of starting pitchers this year.
That he has. Manley, Mr. Kershaw.
Brandon McCarthy was just put on the DL the other day. Here's Maikel Franco to lead things off against Maeda, and the first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Franco overall hitting .246 with 21 home runs. 2 balls, no strikes to Maikel.
Good take.
Dave Roberts has 26 players in the DL, most ever by a National League club, second most in the majors since '87. The Red Sox had 27. He does not want to match that number. A little tap for foul, and it's 2-1.
The old 72-mile-an-hour curveball on a 2-0 count. But he has dealt with those injuries, and Dave Roberts, and just trying to figure out who's going to hit where on a given night. It's got to be tough.
Well, that and also the whole Puig issue that he's dealt with, not having him. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Boy, did he take a lot off that?
Well, it's an 83-mile-an-hour slider, but again, Maikel doesn't need to pull the baseball. Good breeze going up to right center.
On the outside corner, strike 3 called. I think if you're a hitter tonight, and you guys were both hitters, and Ben, you caught, but I think you got to be on your toes. And it's nothing against Ron Culpa, but you know he's given the corners to both of these pitchers.
He's always been a pitcher's umpire.
Well, this is, in my opinion, this is a good pitch. That's a strike. You just have to be ready. 2 strikes, just swing, emergency hack. Try and put it in play, foul it off, do something to stay alive.
That'll bring Ryan Howard to the plate. Howard hitting a .196. He's looking at his numbers today. I was surprised by the batting average against the Dodgers. 16 home runs and 49 runs batted in his career. Ryan hits it well out toward left center field. It's playable for Howie Kendrick. And there are 2 outs.
Matt, I don't know how you were, but I love when pitchers threw all their pitches at the same speed all the time. You know, guys that can really change up on their curveball. Guys that would throw a curveball at 70, or even 68 in Maeda's case, you can throw a curveball at 68 and then throw one at 73, or a slider at 80 and then throw one at 85. You know, it's change ups on his fastball. I like the guys that would throw a fastball they were always 92, 93. A slider, they were always 82, 83. And a changeup that was always 70 to 72. You know, these guys that can change speeds on their speeds, they're the guys that I really struggled with.
Like Nomo, Hideo Nomo's one of those guys.
Nomo was a little different.
That ball's hit well, deep to left center field. On the run is Peterson. It is gone into the bushes. Cameron Rupp is 14th of the year, and the Phillies take a 1-0 lead.
But that being said, a guy that throws this slow for curveballs once in a while, if you can teach yourself to stay back, the sound of that curveball coming off that bat and how loud it was. Watch how early he gets his foot down, recognizes the pitch.
Oh, yeah.
That's the high finish that I just love. I'm going to talk about it until I'm blue in the face, but that finish is what creates backspin. Watch him get through the space before he gets to it and throw it up high, and backspin creates homers.
And Carolyn Elberson of Trenton, New Jersey, you've just won $100 thanks to Cameron Rupp at the McDonald's home run jackpot.
Way to go, Carolyn.
So 1-0 Phillies. Freddie Galvis the hitter. Galvis 9 for 42 in August. Big smiles for Cameron Rupp. Rupp only had 6 at-bats against the Dodgers in the last series. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You could almost get away as a hitter to sit on that curveball every pitch and you might get it. Now I'm going totally against what I agree with because I always hit off the fastball. Now Ben, you hit off the fastball. And Jim Thome always said he hit off the fastball as well. But you're going to get that curveball one time and at bat.
It's lofted out toward center field. Jock Peterson didn't see it right away. The side is retired, but the Phillies do take the lead. Cameron Rupp blasted home run number 14 on the season. He got a breaking ball. He stayed with it, and he finished high. Hits it out into the bushes in center field. And the Phillies lead the Dodgers 1-0. As we go to the third here at Citizens Bank Park, they're going to have to go hunting for that one for a little while. Cameron Rupp put the Phils on the board. Section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. All right, guys, here's the question. Chase Utley is the Phillies' all-time leader with 233 home runs as a second baseman. Who is number 2? Who is number 2 on that list? Answer will be revealed in just a little bit. We start the third. Howie Kendrick takes a strike on the outside corner. Just so you know, if you get the answer right, we're going to bring even more food.
It's the first time I've seen food in front of Ben. He hasn't ate it.
I am shocked by it. Although he's nibbling on the fries.
His fries are legit.
Yeah. Legit. You know why, Ben?
I go for a Diet Coke, though.
Duck fat.
That's right.
Made in duck fat.
Hey, you got your fork.
We got the knife, so we're going to split up the burger. Turkey burger.
Well, it is a knife, isn't it?
Yeah. Down here in the States, Matt, we call this a knife.
That's right.
1 ball, 1 strike to Kendrick. And he rips that one into left field. That'll be a base hit. Leadoff single, second hit for the Dodgers. And with a runner at first, here's Maeda, who has 5 hits and 41 at-bats this year.
Kendrick has really found a home out there in left field. I mean, he's continuing to hit the ball very well. He was in the high 250s when we just saw him. Now he's up to, well, now he's over 275. He's at 270, 277.
The other thing, too, is he has 4 outfield assists, so he's getting the job done. I know teams are trying to run on him. Maeda squares as Kendrick leads off first. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no. This can't
oh, no
end well.
is right. Let me get my computer out of the way, or let me maybe put it up with the Phanatic. Phanatic, what do you got there?
For some reason, I got to believe that popcorn. It's not going to stay there.
Don't give him any ideas, Matt. Don't give him any ideas.
Just don't. Hey, don't spill that pizza.
Jeez.
Nor those fries.
He looks like Cookie Monster. Ball is butted toward first. Sacrifice is successful. I think he watched too much of the Muppets when he was younger.
Quick use of it, isn't he?
I I can't wait to see what happens with that ice cream.
I know. Matt, why do you
Come
keep
on.
instigating him? What are you going to do with that hot dog? Phanatic Chase Utley's up.
Amazing. I like how he claps when he's on camera.
I think we're going to need a towel. Jeez. Why do we not bring paper? Why did we bring our computers? Utley takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. So, Phanatic, you going to stay here the whole game? All right, great.
So glad you're.
Why did we bring another table? Jeez. Oh, no, the ice cream's going.
Don't worry, I got you, Tom.
Hey, look, Phanatic.
No wonder his belly's so big. He's counting all this food.
Here, let me open up the tasty cakes for you. All right, ready? How about that chocolate, huh? There's energy in chocolate, Phanatic. Yeah. What do you think? Pretty good vantage point, huh? Yeah. What a mess. Well, I mean, you went through most of it.
Can't take you anywhere, can we?
3-0 to Utley. I mean, it's.
Oh, he's got something that's
Oh,
coming.
no. Oh, no. I'm a little concerned about this one. Oh, no. No.
Couldn't see that coming.
No,
could we?
I guess we should have anticipated. Well, when I saw you had the box of popcorn, I thought that was all we were going to get.
Yeah, we knew better.
It's like
Wishful
a
thinking.
celebration.
Wishful thinking.
Could have stuck in my eyebrows.
Over to left field. Here's Altair. Hey, Aaron, watch out for the popcorn. It's coming down.
I didn't know popcorn was in the forecast.
Boys, all
Right.
you can do is just take it.
Yeah.
Just
Straight hang with him right here.
not a thing you can do. Don't even flinch.
Where did he get all the popcorn
He's like a gnat.
from?
He'll go away sooner or later.
Apparently, that's an endless box of popcorn.
You see the size of it?
Ben, would you like some short ribs with
Yeah,
popcorn?
I would-
I think we're going to need a new table.
There you have it.
It is so going
Thank you, Phanatic.
It is so going to stick to that hair.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
So happy. Wow.
Ben, aren't
This
you,
is a really big bucket.
Ben, aren't you glad you got into broadcasting?
Wow.
Oh, the hair.
Good thing I used
Fanatic,
extra.
the hair.
Wow. I just got to talk to it. It'll go back. It'll go right back.
Oh, my goodness. You're going to be picking popcorn out of that hair for
I
hours.
used to wear a hat like this in grade school.
Seager hits it foul somewhere.
Boy, that's awesome.
Well, it's awesome, and it's really, really
And
messy.
then he runs away. He runs away. Wowzers. I need one of those. We need one of those big leaf blowers.
Yeah.
That will get this right off.
That'll just be a little noisy, though. You're going to need a shower.
I'll take the next 2 innings, Matty.
Hey, the turkey burger now has popcorn in it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, where did Keita go, our stage manager? Why was she not here getting showered with popcorn?
Because she's smarter than we are.
That's it.
Popcorn's itchy, huh?
It is itchy. Yeah. There's Keita. She came for the ice cream. Matt.
I'm done.
There's kids out in our audience that are saying, yeah, see, Mom, Matt
That's
Stairs did it.
pretty good.
By the way, Corey Seager's out.
Fouled it off to the left.
Wow, it's itchy down the neck.
Yeah.
Worse
Oh,
than coming
my.
from the barbershop.
Oh.
You got hair everywhere.
Yeah, this is the barber shop. They're giving you some talcum powder or something to put on it.
Look at him down there like nothing happened.
Well, in his mind, nothing did happen.
You ever heard the saying, payback, so?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Seager. Velasquez at 48 pitches. Well, Ben, it's like
my scorecard looking.
Ben, it's like knocking some snow off your driveway, just the light snow.
Man.
And at the knees, a strike 3 call. 95 on that fastball from Velasquez, and he leaves one in scoring position. No runs, 1 hit, and just a whole lot of popcorn. You got to be ready when the big green thing's around. Even if you're ready, it doesn't help. Mix and match any 2 for just $2.50 on the McDonald's Big Pick 2 menu and by your local Ford stores. Well, during the break, the cleanup began. I think it's going to continue on for the next couple days. You know, last time he did that, just so you know, we found popcorn in the booth for like 2 years, just stuck in every crevice. That's what's going to happen to your hair.
I wouldn't doubt that. I don't know what's worse, the butter from the popcorn or the salt that's just clinging to our sweat.
Here's Peter Borges as we begin the bottom of the third. Phil's lead at 1-0, and Borges hits it out towards center field. Peterson goes back, says he has it, and 1 away. So Peters retired, and here comes Vince Velasquez. Matt, we'll get back to the Dodger inning next inning.
Yeah, I'm lost after whatever Chase did.
I have never, ever, and nor will I ever say anything bad about the Phanatic, but I'm close.
That's great. By the way, it's Beatles tribute night.
There they are.
Yep. That's the cover to the Sgt. Pepper's album. Right behind us, the cover. No balls and 1 strike to Velasquez. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Who's playing?
Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Maeda. That's his 4th strikeout of the night. Tomorrow at Quick Slants, Derek Gunn and Hall of Fame writer Ray Dittinger look at what the addition of new wide receiver Dorial Green Beckham means for the Eagles. Plus, they'll preview Thursday night's preseason tilt versus the Steelers. Watch Quick Slants tomorrow night at 6, right here on CSN. Well,
I was cooling off.
Yeah. Is there something that we don't know, Matt, that you are going to go to Las Vegas to do something in another life?
No idea.
The 7th Beetle has arrived. Orange, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't go very well with red. That's what my wife used to tell me.
1 Beetle down, don't you know?
1 ball and 1 strike. You are 1 Beetle down? Oh, yeah? Are you supposed to be John Lennon? Oh, Paul, I'm sorry. One ball and one strike to Cesar. And it's 2-1.
John, I've got to tell you, this yokel bird you're going with, she's no good. She's like a man.
We're getting love advice on the air. Out of play, 2-2. Cesar went down looking on strikes his first time up. What do you got here, boys? Why is he striking so many guys out? I know Velasquez is. I think I understand that.
He's got good movement. He's keeping the hitters off balance. The backdoor cutter.
His location has been spot on. It really has.
Three balls and 2 strikes.
He made the one. He did hang that one pitch to Cameron Rupp, and Cameron made him pay. And he's been very efficient doing it. Just 35 pitches.
Ball 4. So Cesar draws a walk. He's aboard with 2 outs here in the 3rd. By the way, Ben, Paul was trying to roll the yellow submarine over your shoulder. You see that? Boys, we're sorry we made it messy for you here. They got to go perform right now.
Bagels.
Let me tell you, Scott Palmer really gets into these theme nights at Citizens Bank
He
Park,
loves
doesn't
it.
he?
He
He
loves
really
it.
does. Odubel Herrera's the batter. He struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Well, Cesar certainly can go. Maeda is a little slow to the plate, as we know. We'll see if he does.
Make that 2-out walk hurt.
You would think this would be a pretty good pitch to run on. 1-1 count. If he's going to throw a fastball for a strike, Odubel's going to make good contact. Or if he throws a breaking pitch, good pitch to steal.
There he goes. Pitches outside. Throw to second base is in the base path. And Cesar, they say, is out. According to Jerry Meals, Cesar is thinking that he got his hand in there. Pete McCannon is coming toward the stairwell. Larry Bowa is going to the horn. And they're going to ask the defense to hold for just a moment.
Just like he tagged him on his foot, leg area.
All right, so the call is out, but watch here. It was a one-hop toss. Yeah, I think he got him there before the hand is at the bag. So that'll be a caught stealing, and it's the 9th time this year that Cesar's been caught stealing. So after reaching base safely for the 22nd consecutive game, Cesar's thrown out, and we'll go to the 4th. Made from 100% sustainable pulp and high-quality fibers that allow for a smooth surface and no jam copying and printing. Order by 11:30 and get same-day delivery from who but WB Mason. Top of the 4th inning, Phillies up 1-0 thanks to a home run by Cameron Rupp. Only 3 hits so far. Vince Velasquez has looked under control so far tonight. Let's hope he can continue that as he faces Justin Turner. Turner struck out his first time up. First pitch is at the knees. It's 0-1. Turner did not think that was a strike. Turner took a peek back at Ron Kulpa, the home plate umpire. Tapper foul toward the Dodger dugout. 0-2. Ron Kulpa is behind the plate. Chris Conroy's at first. Jerry Meals is the crew chief. He's at second, and Paul Nart is at third. This is as veteran a crew, I think, as you will find for the Phillies to have. I mean, there's 3 guys out there that could be crew chiefs. Check swing, slow roller. Ryan Howard has it. Velasquez is there. You think it's good that he has the padding on that handle?
Absolutely.
So what away. Murph, where are you now, buddy?
Well, you know what, Tom? We made our way over to Bull's Barbecue. Why not? There's a lot of excitement in the ballpark today, of course, right, Craig, that the guys are up at Harry the K's. I know you're probably excited about that.
Oh, really, I'm not happy. I send them food all the time. I send them ribs, I send them pulled pork, send them kielbasa sandwiches, and they're over at Harry the K's when they should have been here.
He brings up a good point, guys. He does send us. Well, we're sorry. I want you to know I had nothing to do with that decision up there, Greg. You believe that, right?
Yeah, I believe that. They should be here, though.
So let me ask you this question. So if Matt and Ben were trying out for your high school baseball team, you'd cut them at this point because you're angry at them, right?
Oh, no way. They're good players.
Bury the hatchet,
Thanks,
Murph.
Coach. Thanks, Coach. All right, guys, we're going to send it back to you.
Good interview, Murph.
I don't know what Bull's concerned about. We send Murph out there all the time to get sandwiches.
All the time.
It was great. 2 balls and no strikes to Josh Reddick. Reddick flied out to center his first time up. Bull does bring up a valid point. He does give us a lot of sandwiches.
Yes, he does.
And we appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Looks a lot hotter over there, though, doesn't it?
Although that breeze has stopped.
Has stopped just a little bit. On the outside corner. Over to first base, and it rolls foul. Look, that's why we're not over there. Look how hot it looks over there. I mean, the food is excellent.
Well, I was going to say it looks delicious, too.
Yeah.
Since our food got destroyed.
Our food did kind of get destroyed by the Phanatic. Although if we wanted it, it's on the floor.
Ice cream was good.
My fries are gone.
Yeah, your fries are gone. Maybe we'll get Bull to bring some up. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Reddick. Check swing, foul ball down the left field line.
I like to see that, the confidence in a 3-2 count to throw that changeup. And folks are probably thinking that's not a changeup, it's 90. It really is a changeup. Vince relying more on that movement than the speed to get hitters out.
Well, I guess message received, as we mentioned. Pete Buchanan was not pleased about the approach last time, and Velasquez felt like he threw enough changeups. Pete's point was, yeah, they were at the end of his outing. Foul tip and another strikeout. I think the fact that he's mixing up pitches is part of the reason he has 7 strikeouts with 2 outs here in the 4th inning.
Well, I'm sorry, go ahead, Ben.
No, it's just that shows you how much different his stuff is right now than in LA. Gets down 3-0 in the count and comes back and ends up striking Reddick out. That's a great sign.
So 2 away. Here's Adrian Gonzalez. He struck out his first time to the plate. Just off the outer edge. 1 ball, no strikes to Gonzalez. Adrian Gonzalez, former first-round pick. Life was not great for him initially as a professional ball player. He didn't have what they had anticipated when he was selected in the first round. But like a lot of good players, something clicked. And he has been one of the best hitters in the game for quite a long time now.
He was in Texas. We didn't even put signs down. Whoever was out there throwing just fastball after fastball after fastball.
Figured he couldn't catch up to it?
He just never made the adjustments.
He went fishing there. That's 1-2.
But, oh, it clicked all right.
300 home runs exactly. We mentioned more than 400 doubles. One of a handful of active players to have both.
It's a great career right there. He's still going strong.
Yasmani Grandal waits on deck. Broken back ground ball towards shortstop. Boy, the head of the bat went right past Ryan Howard. Fortunately, is stopped by the time the throw went over. And a 1-2-3 4th inning for Velasquez. He's dealing tonight. Velasquez has retired 6 straight. That bat has seen better days. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Toyota. Visit buyatoyota.com to find your RAV4 today. Toyota, let's go places. Let's go Phils. Harry Kalas' statue, which is just downstairs near the entrance of Harry the K's. A beautifully done work of art. 2011 was when it was first unveiled. Amazing that it's been around for that long here at Citizens Bank Park. Perfect spot, though, to put it near the entranceway near HK's. Murph was talking before about the lower level of Harry the K's. You can sit down sort of restaurant style. This is more patio style up here where we are. HK's statue also has the World Championship ring. Richie Ashburn's bat is the style bat that he's leaning on. Odubel was up when Cesar was thrown out. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. He gets a clean count. Odubel is 0 for 1 in this ball game. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. I think I found another piece of popcorn inside my shirt.
I was just thinking to myself, I wish he would have done that in the 8th inning.
He didn't do that when we were out in center field.
No.
Well, maybe he did, but it was the smaller boxes of popcorn that he was tossing around.
He was in front of us.
Oh, he was in front of us. That's right. And last year he cut your head with the hat that he put on.
Yeah. Remember that? Put the cowboy hat down and stabbed my head.
He held it together very well.
I had a contusion.
You had a contusion. 1-2 pitch to Herrera. Ground ball, foul. If you're interested in sitting up here at Harry the K's, you know, it's section 241, 242. Those are the seats up here in left field. You can obviously go up here to the concessions. You don't have to go anywhere else. If you want to, you can stay up here. And then you can get your grub and then head down to your seats if you want to. You can even sit up here the whole game if you'd like to. They have an assortment of food, including pop. In fact, tomorrow when you come to the game, you might be able to get some free popcorn on the floor. I'm not sure if they'll have it all cleaned up. But
look at a dump truck.
Our table's getting a little better.
It is getting better. Yeah. See? It's everywhere.
Stuck in your hair.
No, it wasn't. Nestled deep to the roots of my hair.
Not super glue popcorn.
Velcro.
Odubel staying alive, pops that one over the third base dugout. Well, for those of us who might have just joined us, this is the circus that we were part of a few innings ago. It included one big green furry thing and a whole box of popcorn.
And then he just left it there. He left the giant bucket right there.
Well, it's all part of his act. Odubel swats it out towards short. Seager's got it. Throws him out by a step. And one away. Well, coming up this Saturday, the replica of the Harry Kalas statue at Citizens Bank Park will be given out to all fans when the Phillies take on the St. Louis Cardinals. Tickets can be purchased anytime by going to Phillies.com. I mean, look at it. That's the actual statue, and there's the little replica. It is identical. It's a beautifully done giveaway. And tickets are going fast for that night. You want to be here, the Phillies and the Cardinals, and everybody gets one. So one out now for Aaron Altair. Altair takes at the knees, 0-1. Altair grounded out to shortstop his first time up. 14 RBIs in 16 games for Altair. That's pretty good production.
Very good. Good concentration. A lot of those RBIs have come with 2 outs.
On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, Cincinnati leads Miami 5-2. Tucker Barnhart a grand slam. Cincinnati with 48 wins. Miami still reeling from the loss of Giancarlo Stanton. There were reports that they offered Alex Rodriguez a chance and he decided not to play for the rest of this year. Swing and a miss. Altair out front. And Maeda picks up another strikeout. 2 outs. Here in the fourth inning.
The pitch before is the one he's got to hit just at 92 miles an hour. But when he's consistently throwing pitches that are 70, 71, 80, and then he throws one 92, it was still a good pitch to hit, but he fouled it off. But this is the strikeout here. He goes down. That's the strikeout. This is the pitch he needs to hit. I mean, that is belt high, center cut. But when you're looking for something soft, you're going to be late on that.
2 away for Maikel Franco. He went down looking his first time up. Miami's got a better fastball, I think, tonight than what we saw in Los Angeles. At least it seems that way.
'91 always seems a lot harder when you're throwing a lot of pitches at 72, 76.
Yeah, it didn't seem that way at Dodger Stadium. Now, part of it is that he had base runners. So it became a deliberate sort of laborsome outing for him. Heck, he only lasted 5 in that game.
Did he throw 106, 107 pitches?
Yep. that point, they were content that they got at least 5 from him. Fouled away. Down the right field line, 2-2.
One of those pitchers when you face them, and at the end of the day, you go 0 for 3 or 0 for 4, and you walk away and go, that's a frustrating day.
Yeah.
How did I go 0 for 3, 0 for 4? Nothing overpowering. A lot of times you swing at, like Maikel Franco did, the pitcher's pitch, fastball on away. That's not you.
They got Franco out front. Justin Turner has room. Now the Phillies go down in order for the second time. Well, they're in line at Harry the K's on a hot night. Might as well get an adult beverage or two. Nice and cool. We'll head to the 5th. MLB.TV Premium for live or on-demand baseball on over 400 devices. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking, and more. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. Oh, we begin the top of the 5th inning. And Yasmani Grandal rolls it foul. It's 0-1. Well, if you haven't watched earlier, the Phanatic, he didn't really want that hot dog anymore. I will never get that hot dog stain out of my computer. Well, he was here for what, 10 minutes?
If that.
Changed the entire complexion of our setting up here. 1 ball and 1 strike. By the way, we're sitting up here at Harry the K's. I mean, this is just kind of scratching the surface of places that you can watch the game. I mean, the High and Inside Pub, which is out above center field. You can obviously go out to Ashburn Alley and watch the game. Any vantage point you want, walking along that. We have been very fortunate as that ball is rifled into left center field. We've been very fortunate at this ballpark that we've had so many places to go and watch the game aside from the general seating area. Well, if we haven't eaten enough, which sometimes we didn't because the Phanatic ate, oh, cheesesteak spring rolls. Happy day. Yeah.
Useful.
Very nice.
No Phanatic?
No Phanatic, although.
Looking over your shoulder, aren't you?
I kind of am also. Cheesesteak spring rolls are one of the specialties here at Harry the K's. All right.
Thanks.
You got it, Matt. They are fantastic. That and the burgers at Harry the K's. You saw the turkey burger before, but also some of the specialty burgers that they have. Jock Peterson struck out his first time up. Swing and a miss. 91 mile an hour. I guess off speed pitch.
He just goes up there with one thing in mind.
Who, Peterson? Just rip?
That's it.
Lock and load.
Love it.
Well, it's part of the reason why he struck out so much last year. 170 strikeouts.
And we talked about it in LA. Yes, he does strike out, but he also takes a lot of walks.
Lasted 26 home runs last year. And has 16 this season. Cameron Rupp's probably thinking, what is he going to do now? Well, you can see from up here, and we see it behind home plate, but up here, you can really see the run on that fastball. Can't you? I mean, just the way it pops into the glove.
He's got a good plane on his ball. Usually you see that good plane out of taller pitchers. I mean, Vince is still about 6'2", I'd say. But the ball comes out of his hand. A lot of hitters will think it's low, and it just planes out. Ends up being a strike.
Ball's rocketed foul, and now it remains no balls at 2 strikes.
You know, I think with the 3 things we've done in center field, you saw location with the pitches.
I would agree.
By the on-deck circle, you saw how quick he got onto hitters, the velocity. Up here, you see the downhill tilt, the movement, the getting on top of the baseball is what you notice from sitting up in this area.
2 pitchers that come to mind when I talk about a good plane on their fastball: Curt Schilling and Roger Clemens. They would release the ball, you think it'd be low, and up planing out and be a strike. It was just weird how it was just, you think, oh, that ball's down. Next thing you know, the catcher's catching right on the shin guards, top of the shin guards.
Well, for Vince, this has got to feel a little bit better than the outing against the team he grew up rooting for out in Los Angeles. I mean, he was amped up that night. I mean, you could tell from the first pitch he threw. Could also tell by the 40 or 50 friends and family that were there. You could hear them cheering every time his name was introduced. 0-2 pitch in the dirt, smothered by Rupp. 1-2.
That's why it's one of Matt's keys for tonight's ball game, that Velasquez has to pitch. I think in LA, I think the worst thing that happened to him was striking out the side in the first inning, because he's thinking, oh, this is it, it's on. In the city I grew up in.
Now, you being a catcher, do you think he's learned from his first inning today compared to his last outing versus these guys that, hey, listen, I still need to pitch, I just can't, you know, get up there and knock the bats out of their hands or blow them away?
Without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another ground ball foul.
No, I do, though. And I was glad to see Cameron Rupp the next day saying, you know, Cameron had the day off. And he said, I'm going to sit down with him and we're going to discuss what exactly his thought process was. And he did that. You make adjustments together. Yes, he's the one throwing the ball. But if you can try and get into his mindset, it's going to make everything run a bit smoother.
Another one pulled foul. It remains 1-2. Oh, all kinds of drinks being served up here at Harry the K's.
Seen it work, Bert.
Some type of libation.
Yeah.
Got a lime in it, from what I've heard.
Little shot glass there. Two and 2. Well, this turned out to be a good at bat for Jock Peterson, too. He's seen a lot of pitches. He's run his count up to 74. Good split still, though, by Velasquez. Swing and a miss. He got him.
He's had 2 of the most colorful strikeouts I've ever seen. This first at bat with a strikeout on a heater, he just flung his bat, and this one the old whirly bird.
Watch him kick his barrel right here.
I'll go take a seat now.
Well, that was a 9-pitch at bat that results in the 8th strikeout for Velasquez. Howie Kendrick singled his first time up. Kendrick singled and then was left up at second base on a sacrifice. A quick toss over to first. Dodgers no runs on 3 hits. The Phillies 1 run on 1 hit. The home run by Cameron Rupp.
Oh. You see what I see?
Galapagos gang?
Yeah.
I was hoping he'd say double play.
Well, after what happened earlier, I don't know if we're more concerned about the double play or the Galapagos gang. Although, I don't think they can make it up the stairs here. Can they?
There is an elevator.
Is there?
Yeah, we saw that before.
Now you tell me.
1 ball and 1 strike to Kendrick. That ball is rocketed deep to center field. It is gone into the bushes and off the base of the wall. It's 2-1 Los Angeles. 8th home run of the year for Howie Kendrick. That was once it left the bat. You can see it had enough. The only hope was that maybe it would hit that big wall in left center field, but it never hooked all the way.
There's the fastball up in the zone, right down the middle.
It went out harder than it came in.
Sure did.
No doubter.
So 2-1 Los Angeles, and now Maeda will be the batter.
Boy, ever since they had his bobblehead night in LA, he's been on fire.
Maeda takes a strike. It's 0-1. Estimated distance on that home run, by the way, 434 feet. Exit velocity 109 miles an hour. It was all of that. Maeda swings through it. It's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Number 9. There are 2 outs. Well, it's time now for our Citizens Bank Minor League Report. Citizens Bank, next time you have a question about money, don't keep it to yourself. Ask a citizen. Phil Klein, pitcher of the week, 21 strikeouts during his week of 2 starts. And Jose Pujols, 7 games, 357 with 2 home runs. He's actually put together a pretty decent year.
Yep, he is.
For the Lakewood Blue Claws.
Good hitter.
Chase Utley getting his 3rd at bat of the night. He's 0 for 2. A hefty round of applause as expected. His first time up. By the way, speaking of minor league report, Dylan Cousins hit his 34th home run tonight.
That's about right.
Little tapper, foul, and it's 1-1. Balls and 1 strike to Utley. Utley is struck out looking. He's flied out to right. 13 years with the Phillies, 233 home runs, his all-time rankings. Of course, he's the all-time leader in hit by pitch. Four-time Silver Slugger Award winner. And he reiterated again today he plans on playing a couple more years. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
You know, and there's one stat on there that's never put up.
What's that?
Unbelievable teammate.
And a lot of wins too. He said today, and I thought this was true, he said he feels fortunate that the Phillies selected him because everything came together with Jimmy Rollins, Ryan Howard, all those the right time. That ball's hit well deep to right center field. It is gone into the back of the Dodger bullpen. Chase Utley has hit a solo home run, and it's now 3-1 Dodgers on top. And for one night they'll cheer for the opposition.
Oh, the ball is flying out to center field tonight. You don't see that too often.
Nope. There's only a handful of guys that would get that. Here is Corey Seager, who's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. Seager takes off the outside corner, 1-0. Well, you are right. 434, 423 on that one. To the back of the Dodger bullpen. One ball and 1 strike.
Another fastball that was located up in the zone.
And he blew the 2-1 right by him. So I think Chase said, you know what, I'm going to gear it up here a little bit.
That short swing, too. Ground ball right side. Cesar's up with it. And the side is retired. But Chase Utley, along with Howie Kendrick, have erased this 1-run deficit, turned it into a 2-run lead. First Kendrick's 2-run shot, then Utley. A high pitch. And he got on top of it into the back of the Phillies bullpen. 3-1 Dodgers on top of the Phillies.
Get back to work, to get back into this one. But obviously there's been a lot of talk about your location tonight, leaving the booth for the 3rd straight year. And, well, some of your closest companions wanted to weigh in on their thoughts of the whole process.
So what you're telling me is that I can spend one less night listening to Matt talk about Canadian Olympians, or one less night hearing Ben discuss his latest expense report from the last road trip. I mean, I don't know how much they're going to eat up there, but it's going to blow the budget, because I got to be honest with you, Ben is an animal, and I hope it doesn't come out of our budget.
They're sitting where? Me and Tim McCarthy are pretty good friends, but the other two, I have no idea who you're talking about. I've never heard of them. I guess it'll go well. Those broadcasters have everything handed to them.
Oh, yeah, those guys want to have better seats tonight. Usually they're in this great big booth at the ballpark, comfortable room. I've been covering the Phillies for over 43 years. I have a tiny little seat in the press box. I sure hope they're comfortable out there tonight.
Jackie. Oh, I thought Jack was going to ask us the trivia question tonight. I saw him milling around the booth.
Well, Scott Fransky, unlike United States, who has 83 medals,
right,
Canada has 9. And we're proud of them.
And you got one at track and field. That's a big deal.
Someone must have tripped.
Man, those tires running over us didn't feel too good.
Yeah, well. One to Ryan Howard, and Howard hits one in the air to center field. Going back on it is Peterson, and he is there. He wasn't sure where the fence was, but he was there. So 1 out. Cameron Rupp's coming up. By the way, for those of you who don't know Jack Shore from the Associated Press, the man's got a jump shot. He beat us all in a free throw competition. Maybe not in a slam dunk competition, Ben, but in a free throw competition.
Okay.
And he has every bit of baseball trivia that you would want.
So he would know the answer tonight?
He would probably know the answer tonight, yes.
Hey guys, I just wanted to point out that they were the three nicest ones that we got, so that's why we used those 3. I was trying to help you out. So
it's very nice of you. Cameron Rupp takes low, 1 ball, no strikes. I noticed you got Scott. You didn't get Larry, huh?
I think there's a reason for that.
Yeah. 2 balls and no strikes. Larry was walking around with his undershirt on because he was so hot he was sweating.
I asked Larry to do it. He just looked at me and said, no.
There he is.
Jim Jackson.
Jim Jackson. Pop-up shirt looks good tonight, though, doesn't it? Green and blue.
Socks to match. Cameron was sitting on that 2-0 breaking ball. Got it. Unfortunately for him, it backed up on him.
And a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 2-2. Here's the second inning. The only hit for the Phillies tonight.
It's a hanger. Cameron Rupp with a good finish. Ball's crushed to dead center.
2 home runs into the bushes, 1 into the Phillies bullpen. Dodgers commit to this ball game a half game behind the Giants in the National League West. They have a spot in the wild card right now, but as Dave Roberts said, we're playing for the division. San Francisco is hosting Pittsburgh later on tonight. And again, they have 3 series left against the Giants. Swing and a miss. Grandal tags out Cameron Rupp. Yeah, there are 2 outs. Here are the current wild card standings, and yes, the Phillies are on that list. They've moved even with the Rockies because of their 3-game sweep. The Mets are 3 out of the wild card. The Pirates are 1 out. And Freddie Galvis is there. Man, our guy Jimmy Salome does everything. Look at this. He is sweeping up the popcorn under our feet right now. Jimmy, come up and say hi to everybody.
Jimmy just cleaned our computers.
Jimmy, come up and say hi to everybody.
Jimmy takes care of us.
The man can give a haircut too. It's an awful lot of popcorn. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Freddie Galvis. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Freddie flied out his first time up, his only time up. Again, just 1 hit for the Phillies. Ooh, good curve.
Slowest one of the night, 71. On a 2-0 pitch.
He's done it every time. 2-0 hook and then 2-1 fastball. Did it to Cameron Rupp last time. Does it again here.
By the way, I'm with the crowd on that one. If I was sitting out in left field, I would have thought that was low too. Take a look. That's low.
It's low.
Off to the third base side. It remains 2-2.
One of the first times he's doubled up on that fastball all evening.
So Freddie's got the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pops it foul again. Nice play by that fan.
Tom, what in the wild, wild west?
I'm just helping Jimmy out. Jimmy can't do it all.
I thought you just said he could.
Well, he can, but he needed a little bit of a break.
It's a bit humid up here.
Yeah, Matt. Thank you, Jimmy. Little bouncer over to third. This is going to be a tough play. Turner will barehand. He'll just put it in his back pocket. Infield hit for Freddie Galvis. 2-out base runner. 125 infield hits this year for the Phils. Yeah, that'll bring Peter Borges to the plate. Phils need to get some action going here, right? Offensively. I know the pitcher spot is up next, but still.
Well, after a day off, you really like to face a pitcher where he's throwing mid-90s consistently, because you lose your timing a little bit. I know it sounds funny, but over a day, then when you're facing a guy that adds, subtracts, and even takes off some more.
That one is golfed deep down the left field line, and it is foul.
You know, he just keeps you off balance. So you love an off day, but you love to come back and face a guy that is going to give you a good fastball to hit.
Yeah, the Phillies have soft tonight, soft tomorrow, and Scott Kazmir. Well, he could bring it up there in the little faster with his fastball. No balls and 1 strike to Borges. A little toss over to first. Galvis is back. Yeah, I guess when you throw like Maeda and everything is being located, I mean, at least it seems that way. That was an 81-mile-an-hour pitch right there, but that's when he gets even tougher.
It's just very tough. It's almost the point where you have to pick a side of the plate that you're going to attack, just because that curveball, his slider, good location with his fastball. Now, when he's missing with his fastball, he's missing inside to right-handers. Again, it's one of those games where you walk away and you're frustrated.
He does repeat his delivery every time. Everything comes out of the same slot. And when you throw 5 pitches, you can obviously see that that's going to be tough on a hitter.
Phillies have won 4 straight games, the 3 against the Rockies and the last day against the Dodgers when they salvaged that series. Finished 3-3 on the road trip. Trying to keep it going here. Swing and a miss, and Maeda is not having any of it. So he's through 5. He's allowed only 2 hits. The home run by Rupp, the infield single by Galvis. Jimmy Sullivan is going to keep on cleaning. Boy, there's a lot of popcorn. He's going to be here for a while, folks. was a perfect fit. 101 home runs and countless moments later, Jim Thome and his family became permanent members of the Phillies family. 13 years later, Jim becomes a permanent member of Phillies history. His contagious smile and gentleman-like personality has won over so many in the game of baseball. The big man's return was a special one. He's the newest member of the Wall of Fame. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Well, it was a great weekend. Jim Thome being inducted into the Phillies Wall of Fame. All part of Alumni Weekend here at Citizens Bank Park. We've already seen Chase Utley, who no doubt one day will head up onto the Wall of Fame. He hit a home run tonight. It's part of the 3 runs the Dodgers have scored. They scored 3 in the 5th inning.
Poor Jimmy's been mopping for about 20 minutes.
He has. Justin Turner takes a fastball for a strike. Turner has struck out. He's grounded out to first, so he's 0 for 2. Breaking ball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, he's allowed 3 runs, Matt, but Velasquez has pitched well tonight.
He has, and the only time he's been hurt is with the 2 located fastballs. Howie Kendrick's home run and Chase Utley's home run, both up in the zone.
Turner fouls it off his foot. I think that pitch has been really good for him tonight. The breaking ball. Obviously, the changeup has helped too.
Again, though, this is the top of the 6th. It's going to be his 93rd pitch.
Inside, 2-2. Well, because of that, Elvis Araujo has started to throw in the bullpen for the Phils. You can point to the strikeouts and say, all right, that's part of the reason why his pitch counts high.
Yeah.
But he's running some deep counts the last couple innings. Swing and a miss. 95 on that fastball. That's 10 strikeouts for Velasquez. We were talking about the wild card. Speaking of the wild card, the Cardinals are coming in this weekend to wrap up this long homestand. 3-game series, 2 night games and a day game. Tickets can be purchased anytime by going to Phillies.com. Saturday, all fans will receive the Harry Kalas statue, the replica statue from here at Citizens Bank Park, brought to you by Toyota. Sunday, ShopRite back to school set, free to fans 14 and under. Again, tickets can be purchased by going to Phillies.com. For Velasquez, it's his 3rd career 10 strikeout game. Of course, he had the 16 strikeout game earlier this season. That was the game where everybody thought that we had stumbled upon Nolan Ryan. Ball is hit back toward the middle. Flagged down by Freddie Galvis. Slides, pops up, throws, and it's in time.
Great play.
What a play by Freddie Galvis for the 2nd out. Dodgers may want to look at this. Lombard really didn't react as the first base coach. But there's Bob Guerin on the horn. We slow it down. Long step right there, and he is out. Boy, that's a great shot, and the slow-mo really helps.
Look how quick he gets up, throws a strike. Strong throw, good play. He's out.
So Reddick's retired, 2 away. And that'll bring Adrian Gonzalez to the dish.
Reddick's probably thinking, man, this National League stuff's hard to get hits in. He was hitting really well over the last, I think it was last 8 or 9 games before he got traded in 350.
Yeah, he was hitting just under 300 overall.
Yep.
But he was hot when they got him. Part of the reason why they did get him. Adrian Gonzalez stands in, takes inside, 1-0. Well, I was going to ask you, we're missing our catcher. Did he leave? Did he help Jimmy with the popcorn?
Said he was warm.
Murph, have you seen Ben? You can't miss him. He's like 8 feet tall.
I have seen Ben, and he is making a bunch of Phillies fans very happy right now.
It's right up his alley.
He is behind the bar. What you just missed was him pouring some shots.
Yeah. For himself or for somebody else?
He was pouring them for someone else,
All
surprisingly. Right. Yeah. Yeah, so he did that. Now I think he's getting some beers for these guys.
All right.
Ben, how's it going back there?
We're doing okay. I'm not accustomed to being back here, but
you're accustomed to being on this side, right?
That's right. But get the hang of it. Get the hang of it. So Bacardio and cranberry.
Here's Ben bartending. And if I know Ben, he might go a little over that. People helping people. One for you, one for me. Two for you, 1, 2 for me. 100th pitch for Velasquez, and it's punched through the vacant hole at third base. And Gonzalez is aboard with a 2-out single.
Bottom right, M for cranberry. That makes sense.
What do you say? M for cranberry?
M for cranberry. That makes sense.
That
right.
makes sense, yeah.
And a bottle of water.
Murph, no making fun of Ben's Delco.
Hey, Ben, I was going to talk with you, but you're very busy, so I'm just going to let you do your thing.
We got stuff to do back here, Murph. You got to make the fans happy and hydrated. You got to hydrate the fans.
And also, you got to make your broadcasters happy as well.
Yeah. Hey, Murph, remind Ben that he still has some popcorn at the back of his head.
Okay. Ben, when you're all done with that, just brush the popcorn out of the back of your head.
Quick trip to the mound by Cameron Rupp. That's how busy it's been. I mean, this has been consistent with folks back there. Keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on the inventory. Fat tires. 2 fat tires. Grandal takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ben, oh, you got your tip.
Ben, answer the phone.
I was thinking the same thing. You have to take some orders. Fouled back, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Grandal. Grandal has singled twice tonight against Velasquez. He sprays it foul over the third base dugout. Last batter, Matt, you think?
Yeah, there's a pretty good chance. Absolutely.
Well, the 5th inning was the high water mark, 26 pitches. He's at 15 right now.
I tell you what, doing that bartending,
yeah,
that can get tough. I do it sometimes at 2312 Garrett,
yeah,
and it is busy.
That one's hit out toward left center field. Odubel Herrera going back. So is Altair. It is gone. A 2-run home run for Yasmani Grandal. It's his 3rd hit of the night, and the Dodgers now are on top 5-1. Well, he scored on a home run earlier by Kendrick, and now he drives in 2 with his own home run. And just like the Utley home run, this one coming with 2 outs.
Yeah, and this home run hit here, the only way you hit a ball that far left side of the field, look how he uses his legs. See how he keeps his head down, doesn't leave early, the hip stays closed, point of contact, then all of a sudden he explodes through the baseball. That's how a left-handed power guy drives the ball to left field for home run power. And not necessarily hitting home runs, gap power, driving the ball to left center.
Well, that's now 19 home runs for Grandal. He hadn't hit one in the last last week since the Phillies left the Dodgers. But he and Wilson Ramos are battling for the top home run total among catchers.
Watch his front hip. If that hip leaks at all and goes towards first, it's a ground ball to first base. But that's what you say right there. Get an extension and staying through the baseball. Keeping your hands close to your body and driving and just throwing that barrel of the ball.
This is 5 unanswered runs now by the Dodgers. Grandal with 3 hits tonight, 10th time in his career that he's picked up 3 hits in a game. Still 96.
Yeah, still good velocity. We were doing the lineup up today, and I was like, okay, Utley. Kendrick's hitting 8th. I'm like, that's a strong 1 through 8 lineup.
Yeah, I think 1 through 8 lineup wise, you know, they match up against the Giants. There's no question about that.
Oh, for sure.
All these home runs, well over 400 feet for the Dodgers here tonight. Outside ball 4, and that's going to be it for Velasquez, I would think. Peter Cannon's walking up the stairs. Yep. He'll make a pitching change with the Phillies down 5-1. They're going to go with the right-hander Hernandez with Howie Kendrick coming up. So the Phillies down 5-1. We've got a pitching change here at Citizens Bank Park. By Yasmani Grandal here in the 6th inning is what made it 5-1. 7th hit for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch to Grandal, the home run. Velasquez looks like he's well, he looks like he's gassed, but it looks like something happened as he threw that ball, unless he's just disgusted. Here's this last pitch to Jock Peterson. I wonder if he's cramping up or something on this warm night. I don't know. Got a little bit of a gait as he walks off. So 3 home runs allowed by Velasquez, and now David Hernandez will take over here in the 6th inning. And he'll face Howie Kendrick with a runner at first base. Ben Davis is back with us. How'd it go back there, big boy?
It went well.
Yeah?
Yeah. Some satisfied customers.
Some good tips.
I let Jim and the rest keep those.
Were you being a little extra generous with your pours?
No, I knew I was being filmed. I knew I was being filmed, so
yeah.
I wanted to be, but I know there's rules.
To be broken.
Not on camera.
When it comes to alcohol.
1 ball, no strikes to Howie Kendrick. And Hernandez delivers a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. All right, so now the Phillies are down by 4 here. Ben, I don't know if you saw it or not, but Yasmani Grandal hit a 2-run home run. It was far. Over 400 feet.
It looked like a good pitch. Down and away.
Better swing, though. Good swing.
1-2. Well, you got to hope that they can get something going against Maeda, who has been difficult to get anything going against offensively. Bouncer out toward the right side. Cesar has it, and he has no play. It'll be an infield hit. So Howie Kendrick has 3 hits tonight. Matt, you're right, though. That's number 8 batter right there, and he's got 3 hits. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, Minnesota and Atlanta. Minnesota up 1-0. Trevor Plouffe an RBI double. And Maeda will bat with runners on first and second. Maeda's sacrifice. He's also struck out tonight, so officially 0 for 1. Laid on a 94-mile-an-hour heater.
Notice how the strike zone has shrunk a little bit.
Yeah, why is that?
Yeah,
just the way the game.
Golfball, he does it. He'll have a bigger zone earlier in the game. Later in the game, it's shrinking. Like it shrinks. A couple pitches earlier, guys were missing their target, but was still hitting the strike zone. He was calling a ball.
Ryan Howard over the shoulder sliding grab to retire the Dodgers here in the top of the 6th inning. I wasn't sure if he was going to get there in time or if Peter Borges was going to have to make that play. But Howard got a good jump. Momentum was carrying him toward right field, and he was able to make the over-the-shoulder grab like the tight end that he was. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Dodgers up 5-1. Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. Buy Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it. And buy WB Mason. You can't go wrong when you buy right. Last of the 6th inning, Phillies down 5-1, and they got some ground to make up. They have just 2 hits. The home run by Cameron Rupp has provided the only run, and now they'll go to their bench. Taylor Featherston will pinch hit for David Hernandez, who is done after getting the last out at the top of the 6th inning. And Maeda is allowed only 3 base runners overall, delivers a breaking ball outside. It's 1-0. Mentioned the Dodgers bullpen has thrown the most innings of any bullpen in baseball, but not tonight. Maeda's got a pretty good pitch count going at 74 pitches. Featherston out front, 80-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch, cutter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Featherston hitting 100 here in the big leagues.
Talk about the struggles of the starting staff for the Dodgers. Not very often will you see 9, count them, 9 guys in the bullpen. You only have 4 bench players, but 9 in the bullpen,
including Urias, who we saw as a starter out in Los Angeles.
Usually they'll sit at right about 7, sometimes 8, but most of the time it's going to be 7.
To pitch a high breaking ball, and it's 2-2. That may have been one that he could have just let go. It never really did break.
Best pitch in baseball, the backup slider.
Not for the hitter, though?
No. Not very good for the hitter. Again.
He got it in on him. It was a little more down, and it remains 2-2. It'll be Featherston, then the top of the order, Hernandez and Odubel Herrera. What are you doing, Stairsy?
I think I got some popcorn in my there. Now I can hear again.
Swing and a miss. 92-mile-an-hour fastball, and 1 away. Well, we made it through the Phanatic. The only good thing about the Galapagos gang is besides the fact that they're entertaining, is that they have no food to throw or to leave for us to clean up.
Wait.
Somehow they got up the steps. Bessie, I'm proud of you getting up there. Iggy, I know you rolled up there. Calvin just attacked Matt. And
I don't know what Iggy's doing.
Yeah. Well, you've got popcorn and butter in your hair, so why wouldn't Iggy try to find it? Yeah. The Galapagos gang has taken up a lot of space up here.
I feel a headbutt coming.
Yeah, Calvin's going to headbutt Matt in a second. Ready? Cesar takes ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, boys, I guess if you were wondering what. Uh-oh. I guess wherever the Phanatic goes, the Galapagos gang goes.
Work as a team.
Yep. Matt, you got anything for Iggy to have?
I could give that last one that Ben has, but I ended up fighting Ben.
Cheesesteak spring roll.
Chop your hand off.
Matt, you're scared, Calvin. Cesar rips that one deep to right field. It is gone. Line drive home run. First one since the All-Star break for Cesar. And it's a 5-2 ball game. Solo home run for Hernandez. It's his 3rd of the year. That makes everybody dance a little crazy.
You know, one thing you sit out there and you have it's a great advantage point watching hitters, especially left-handed hitters. Cesar Hernandez's swing right there was so, I mean, it's like relaxing, easy. Didn't try to do too much, and look how that ball just jumps and explodes off the barrel.
Pulled his hands in nicely.
Yeah, and it ran back toward where the barrel was, too, as it was coming through the zone. So into the seats in right field. The Phils get another run. Here's Odubel Herrera, and he takes low. This game is not over by any stretch, considering the Dodger bullpen being overworked the way it is.
I know Cesar's had some disappointing moments on the bases this year, but he does have some skills.
Chopper back to the mound, flagged down by Maeda. And there are 2 outs, 1-3 on the putout.
And as the season progresses, we've seen those mistakes be less and less, and we've seen his talent shine more and more. He's been very steady in the field. Very steady from both sides at the plate. Average up to 288 now. His on base percentage is getting up there at the top.
The Galapagos gang has left the building. At least everybody but Sid. See you, Calvin.
See you, boys.
Really tight quarters for them to roam out of here. They really are
Sid,
going.
You better duck.
They really are going into the elevator.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Sid better duck. Sid better duck, or he's going to take the entire awning with him. 1 ball, no strikes to Altair, and a breaking ball outside. It's 2-0.
That might be one Galapagos gang member per ride on that elevator. I don't think they're fitting multiple in there.
It's like the Volkswagen, the clowns in the Volkswagen. Altair takes a strike, 2-1. Cesar's home run is first since the 14th of June against the Blue Jays. He's not necessarily a home run hitter, so that's not a huge surprise. Kind of heard Ron Culpa just say that ball was outside.
Took him 221 at bats to hit one. But again, 3 home runs is enough for him. Last thing you want him to do with his power, hit the ball in the air.
That one's hit well down the left field line. It's going to go foul, though. That just didn't sound the same way that Cesar sounded off the bat. Grant Dayton warming up in the bullpen. Baez looks like he's getting a baseball as well. Just 90 pitches for Maeda. Bouncer foul behind home plate. Ben, you're right. It was one at a time. I think that's just the way Iggy keeps himself busy.
Yeah.
Fouled it back. So kind of like that pitch in his last at bat that he missed. I mean, you guys you guys are sitting 300, 450, 60 feet away. You both just went at the same time. Without the help of the monitor.
You know he doesn't want to walk you. He's going to make a competitive pitch.
Right. And there was that competitive pitch, and a 92-mile-an-hour heater, and Altair is rung up. The Phillies do get a run, though, on the home run by Cesar Hernandez. However, we have played 6. Dodgers up by 3.
some things to do outside the city this morning, but we still have a place here. We're working on selling it, so if anybody in this room is looking for a nice condo downtown, come talk to me.
That is our Geico quote of the day from Chase Utley, who was asked if he got a chance to get out and about after the Dodgers arrived last night. And they did arrive later last night. He did get out and about today. We mentioned he was very relaxed in his press conference. In fact, it was just him. He came up and said, "Hey guys, what's going on? Everybody good?"
But does that surprise you, though, that he was nice and relaxed?
No, I don't. That's true. Time now for our game summary, brought to you by Delaware Valley Honda dealers. 5 runs in the last 2 innings for the Dodgers, including the home run by Utley. In fact, they've had 2 2-run home runs and a solo shot tonight. Here is Utley's home run in the 5th inning. This was part of a 3-run inning against Velasquez.
Yeah, this is a fastball up in the zone. Chase with that swing we've seen many times, nice and short. And the well-deserved curtain call. You could tell he didn't want to go out.
I thought it was very Chase Utley-like when he was given the standing ovation, which was more than a minute. It was about a minute and a half to start the ball game. He's looking at Cameron Rupp because Rupp took like 5 steps back behind home plate, and he's looking at him saying, "All right, come on. All right, come on."
Wasn't that such a Chase Utley thing to do, though? Rise to the occasion.
Absolutely.
Go deep.
He was asked about that today, about some of those moments, like this year when he went back to Citi Field. And it was the first time back since he took out Ruben Tejada last year. I think that sentiment is felt by a lot of fans. 3 balls and no strikes by Araujo. He struck out his first time up, flied out his last time.
Did he really? I didn't see that.
And ball 4. Here was the intro from Dan Baker today at Citizens Bank Park.
Second baseman, Chase Utley.
Even his former teammate Ryan Howard, a little tip of the cap.
Second baseman.
Swing and a miss by Seager, and it's 0-1. Seager's 0 for 3. First time they've gotten a chance to chat over at first base. When we were in Los Angeles, we asked Ruiz, was he saying anything to you? Because we couldn't really tell. Carlos said he was talking the entire time he was in the batter's box. We didn't really see his mouth moving at all when he was chatting. Elvis Araujo, 32nd game. He's 2-1.
Those two have spent more time with each other over the last 10 years than they have with their very own family. They have. It's a fact.
I thought his statement about being drafted at the right time. He was drafted out of high school by the Dodgers, and he talked today about how close he was to signing and not going to UCLA. And as fate would have it, he went to UCLA. He loved his experience there, as he said. And then the Phillies took him. I mean, who knows? He may not have won what he won in Philadelphia if he had gone to the Dodgers. But he recognized how fate sort of intertwined him with the likes of Ryan Howard and Jimmy Rollins and Carlos Ruiz, and Jason Worth and Cole Hamels, guys like that.
Everything happens for a reason.
Which is kind of what he said. He said that when they decided not to sign with the Dodgers, and he didn't really get into the reasons why. But I know he has said before he just didn't feel like he was ready as an individual to start his professional career. Just didn't think he was, mature enough. And it's easy for him to say this now, but as he said, if baseball was going to work out, it was going to work out. He's rounding third and held there as Seager pulls into second with a double. So the Dodgers have runners on second and third. Phillies better be careful here because this one could get out of hand with 2 runners in scoring position right out of the chute against Elvis Araujo.
Just has to be a better pitch than that. You have him down in the count. Goes and hangs a breaking ball, and Seager shoots it down the line.
Just seems like Elvis is cross-firing a little more than I remember. He's not getting on top of that baseball. He's not going that downhill playing with his heater. I mean, his fastball's at 90 miles an hour. We're used to seeing 94, 95 come out of his hand.
And Matt and I will tell you, there's a huge difference between 90 and 95. Huge. It's like Turner abandoned the tape and the pad on the bat and just put it directly under his batting glove. That thing all taped up. You ever have any hand issues, Matt?
No.
No?
Splinter. Does that count?
Where was the splitter?
My finger.
Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Turner.
Turner looks like he's trying to fight those fastballs inside. Really concentrate on keeping his hands inside his body so he doesn't get jammed.
Line drive caught by Ryan Howard, knocked down by Howard, and he bobbles it for a moment, and everybody is safe. That'll load up the bases. Well, he had it and then fumbled it, and then the extra bobble meant everybody was safe at first. He was trying to go to first base for some reason. He took a step to his left almost. Well, Bob McClure out to talk to Elvis Araujo with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning.
It's almost like he just took his eyes off it. It was in his glove, like you said, Tom, in and out. But it did look like he was motioning to go to first base.
Well, it has been scored a base hit for Justin Turner.
Now,
I don't know. And it's the 10th hit for the Dodgers.
I'm going to hold off on writing that one down as a hit.
So here is Reddick. Reddick tonight is 0 for 3. He's popped out. He has struck out and he's grounded out to shortstop. Ground ball toward Howard. He's coming home. He gets Utley, and that's it. That's all they'll get. They'll get the lead runner, though. So 3-1 on the put out. The bases remain loaded.
It's a good feed right here in between Hop coming up in a strong throw. Watch Chase coming in trying to get that back foot of Cameron.
Now another tough hitter in Adrian Gonzalez. And Gonzalez takes inside. Michael Marriott warming up in the bullpen.
See if Elvis Araujo can get another ground ball. Adrian at the quickest runner.
Three balls, one strike.
See, that's where you have to make a competitive pitch. 2-1 count. Adrian Gonzalez, great eye, obviously. But now, if you don't make a competitive pitch, now it's 3-1. And you're in serious danger of this game getting out of hand. Just 2-1, it needs to be better than that. Take your chances. Swung the ball forward. He knew it as soon as he let that bat go. So that could have been an easy stake for me. Take a look here. This ball up and in. Definitely ball 4. He knows it. Now roll one over.
He does top one foul over toward the Phillies dugout. It remains 3-2. Seager at third base. Turner at second. And Reddick over at first.
It's funny how this game is. You have a 3-1 count, you get a fastball, then you get down to 3-2 and he ends up throwing a slider or a slurve.
And he hits him, and that'll force in a run. So the Dodgers add on another one at 6-2 as Seager will cross the plate. RBI for Adrian Gonzalez.
This is where you would like to see Elvis be. We talk about him not being a lefty specialist, but I think he'd be a little bit more effective. He walks Utley. Seager hits a bullet down the line. Turner hits a bullet to first. Reddick does run one over. Then he hits Agon. 4 out of those 5 hitters are left-handed. You still have bases loaded with just 1 out.
Grandal is a better hitter left-handed than right-handed, and now Araujo will get a visit from Cameron Rupp. He has 13 home runs since the 30th of June, which is the most in the National League. You know, Araujo's frustrated. You can see from Cameron Rupp his frustration as he was going out to the mound. 3 balls and no strikes.
Looks like Cameron nor Elvis have any confidence in that fastball right now.
And he just doesn't have a good enough breaking pitch to not have the fastball.
Well, and this breaking ball is not locked in, so calling a 2-0 breaking ball. You swinging there, Ben? 3-0, bases loaded?
Yeah.
I'm coming out of my shoes.
Late on the 92-mile-an-hour heater, 3-2.
Same spot.
Outside ball 4. And that will force in another run, and the Dodgers will extend their lead Pete Buchanan not coming out yet. It's 7-2 Los Angeles.
See, that's the problem. When you're not around the zone, you're not going to get that pitch.
That's true.
We'll see it over top here. He definitely fools Grandal. Boy,
that's been a strike tonight.
It's a strike.
It's a strike. But you're not around the zone. It's a catcher up. These things factor into it. I know they shouldn't, but they do.
Well, that's 3 RBIs tonight for Grandal, and the bases remain loaded for Peterson. And it's up and in, 1 ball, no strikes. .31 pitches. The ratio is not good at all. 16 balls, 15 strikes. Phillies have no other lefty in the pen, and the objective, I guess, for Pete Buchanan is to have him face this lefty here. 2-0. Boy, he just doesn't have anything command-wise tonight.
His best 2 fastballs today have been the 3-0, the 3-1. Now you go slider, slider, slider. I'm a firm believer when you're a left-hander facing a left-hander, it's tougher for a left-handed hitter to square up a fastball because you always have in the back of your mind a breaking ball's coming. See, that's an unhittable pitch. The location's perfect. Now, can you throw it there 3 times in a row? No, but at least when you're throwing a fastball, you might look to throw a fastball away. You might miss inside. It's still a good pitch versus a left-hander. Because a left-hander, when you face a left-handed pitcher, you have to pick inside or away.
I think it would be hard to pick a spot with Elvis, though, the way he's throwing.
Well, you're right. I mean,
yeah.
It really would. But as a hitter, it would make it a little easier saying, okay, I'm going to sit fastball inside. Anything else I'm going to give it to him because I don't think he can do it 3 times in a row.
Ball 4. He forces in another run. That is the 3rd walk he's hit a batter in this inning. And it's now 8-2 Dodgers on top, and that's going to be it for Elvis Araujo. A double switch made by Pete Buchanan. He'll bring in the right-hander Marriott, and he'll make an adjustment to his lineup. 8-2 Dodgers on top. The bases remain loaded with 1 out here in the 7th. With 233 home runs as a second baseman. Who is second?
Well, he was my favorite second baseman growing up. One of my all-time favorite Phillies, and still on the Phillies coaching staff. Number 8, Juan Samuel.
Juan Samuel with 100 home runs is correct. Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack.
Who's third?
I don't know who third was.
A lot of thoughts going through his mind right now.
Yep. Our research department says Placido Blanco and Tony Taylor. tied for third.
Really?
Here's Michael Marriott. Marriott in his 5th game here in the big leagues. The bases loaded. And Kendrick takes, Howie Kendrick takes up high. It's 1 ball and no strikes. On the outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Kendrick's had a good day. 3 well-hit baseballs.
Fouls it back. Eight home runs, 33 RBIs now. Pitcher's spot is up next. Rob Seguin is out of the on-deck circle for the Dodgers. Inside, 2-2. Swing and a miss. 2 outs. So 2 away, and here comes Seguin. So Maeda's night is done. He will leave with at least a 6-run lead. Chase Utley started this inning with a leadoff walk in the 7th.
See, now I find that interesting that you'd have a 6-run lead, and you have the bases loaded. You have your pitcher who's only thrown 93 pitches, and they're always complaining about the pitchers not going deep enough into a game.
So they could have left him in, you thought? Yeah.
Why not? 110 pitches is not going to kill a guy.
Yeah, with that lead, as you
now you're going to go into the 7th inning. Now your bullpen's required to get 2 innings instead of 3 innings. To me, it doesn't make sense that way when you complain about your starters not going deep enough.
And let's face it, they haven't been stressful innings either for Maeda.
Nah, he's only allowed the 3 hits. I mean, 2 home runs, but they've been solo shots. Three balls and no strikes, or 2 balls and 1 strike, I should say, to Seguin. And that ball is ripped into left field. That'll be a base hit. Paredes, who came on as part of the double switch, gets it in quickly. A run scores, and it's now 9-2. First pinch hit for Seguin, hitting in Maeda's spot. So an RBI single, that run charged to the line of Elvis Araujo. And that'll bring Chase up for the 2nd time this inning. And with his 5th plate appearance overall. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Velasquez started tonight for the Phils. He allowed 5 earned runs in 5 2/3.
Don't you feel like he pitched way better than that?
Yeah.
It really, I mean.
That one's lined deep to right field. Going back is Borges. It is gone. A grand slam for Chase Utley. Boy, his timing is amazing. It's his 2nd home run of the night. And it's now 13-2. Dodgers on top here at the top of the 7th inning.
Remarkable.
It really is. Two home runs in the game, including a grand slam against his former team. Third home run against the Phils this year. And here's Seager, who takes low. 1 ball and no strikes.
I'm at a loss.
Well, it's what they asked him today about just his timing overall against certain teams and certain moments. And it's carried over to his former club. I mean, that was just a typical Chase Utley line drive that rolled its way right on into the ballpark. Check swing by Seager. He went around. It's 1-2.
You know, and really Chase takes the exact same approach, the exact same swing on almost every fastball. Never tries to elevate, just wants to make solid contact.
Swing and a miss, and the inning is finally over. Chase Utley's 7th career grand slam, his 2nd of the year. It's the 23rd time he's had a multi-home run game. His eyes are wide, and he drills one into the seats in right field to blow this game wide open and take his 2nd curtain call of the night. -2. You're going to have a lot to talk about when it comes to Chase Utley and his night, and his 2 home run night, including a grand slam. Not a whole lot of offense to speak of for the Phils as Baez will take over for the Dodgers. Pedro Baez, the new pitcher. Baez 3-2 with an ERA of 2.75. And he will face Maikel Franco, Ryan Howard, and Cameron Rupp for the Phillies. Kike Hernandez will take over for Chase Utley. And Rob Seguin will take over at third base for the Dodgers. So Chase Utley all in a day's work. Grand slam. 2 home runs overall. So Maikel Franco will lead it off against Baez. Baez will bat first. Hernandez will hit third for the Dodgers in the order. As Franco takes high, 1 ball and no strikes. All right, so 13-2. The Phils seeing another pitcher now. A little different style with Baez. Harder thrower. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ton of fastballs. but with good movement on his fastball.
Ball's hit sharply toward the middle, off the glove of Hernandez on the shift, and Franco is aboard. So a leadoff single. Well, one thing about Chase Utley, he's been asked about this before, about the influence his style of play has had on kids who have watched him play over the years as a member of the Phillies.
But yeah, there's so many times where I meet a father with a young son, or even a mother that would praise the way I play, that would tell me that they want their son to play that way, and that's something that to me that's a true compliment.
I think that's a true compliment for any professional athlete when parents say, we want our son to play like you.
Oh, for sure. And that's one thing I was talking about when you're talking about Chase and the way he leads by being the leader in the locker room. He was a quiet leader, but when you play against him or you watch him, you admire the way he plays, the way he hits home runs and runs the bases or hits a ground ball to first base, he does it the right way. And that's what you admire, and that's what you talk about, having a very good leader. And guys look at that, and it brings energy to other guys.
0-2.
Well, you see the way he plays, and you see the success he has along with playing that way. You want to emulate it. But everything that he's done in this game, and he has done a lot, he's got to be sitting there on that bench thinking, did that just really happen? No, seriously. He's got to be thinking that to himself.
Off the glove of Grandal, and Franco goes up to second base. I mean, you could play it through your mind over and over again, how you want to come back to a specific place or how you want to play in a playoff game, in any kind of postseason game. But to be able to put together what he's put together tonight.
And it started out harmlessly. Strikeout looking, fly ball, and then home run, walk, grand slam.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Howard. Howard is 0 for 2. He's flied to left. He's flied to center. That ball's hit well. Deep to center field. Going back is Peterson. It is gone.
The elevator.
Ryan Howard, a 2-run home run, has made this a 13-4 ball game. It's his 18th home run of the year. His teammates in the bullpen are wondering where the heck the baseball went. As Matt said, it went into the elevator.
And that's the good home run in an elevator.
99. I'll see your 99. Ball's up in the zone. Peace knows it. I'm going to talk about extension. That ball is KILT, killed.
Number 375 for Ryan Howard. Adds a little bit of life to the dugout. It's still a 9-run deficit, but it's a 13-4 ball game for Ryan Howard. His 18th home run of the year, 42nd RBI. As Cameron Rupp takes strike one, it's 0-1. Rupp homered earlier in the ball game in his first at bat in the second inning. Swing and a miss. 1-2. 98 on that fastball from Baez.
What was great about that swing, though, by Ryan was it's a veteran hitter in there. Baez been around for a couple years, but he knows. Ryan Howard knows that Baez is supplying all the power. He didn't rush at him. He didn't fly with his lower half. Let the ball come and took his normal swing.
And the side view that they showed for the home run just shows everything. It shows the stride. The stride's not too big. His head movement's down. He doesn't attack the ball with his upper body. I mean, watch his head. If you draw a line right down through his head, the foot's up, the head doesn't move. Look, there's no. And what Ben was saying about attacking the ball, he doesn't jump at it with his upper body. That's what you call trusting your hands and allowing that pitcher to generate the power.
Swing and a miss. Rupp strikes out.
You were going to jump on the jumbotron there.
Yeah, I was going to go on the telestrator. No, just because he's going harder doesn't mean you have to go harder. That is one thing I will flat out tell you I struggled with. You look up at that radar gun, you see 97, you say, oh man, I got to get going. I got to get out there. I got to catch up. No, you let the ball still come to you. You take the same swing. Now, you do have to make sure your foot is down earlier, but these are effortless swings. Pick it up, you put it down.
Perfect.
Freddie Galvis is 1 for 2. He is flat out to center and single. Takes inside, 1 ball, no strikes.
And what that does by rushing at baseballs, it makes you susceptible to all speed pitches because you think you really have to get it going. You start flying at the pitch, anything you don't pick up spin, you end up swinging a lot of balls, get a lot of check swings in the dirt.
Two and 0.
You know, and we talk about this because we've been on both sides. We've been that guy who attacks the fastball on the upper 90s. Everything tense, you know, you're all tense, your bat slows down. And then all of a sudden you take a nice, easy, relaxed swing, and all of a sudden, boom, the ball comes off the bat, and you go, man, how did it go that far with that type of swing?
Grandal out to talk to Baez, who doesn't seem all that happy that Grandal's coming out to talk to Baez.
You're throwing 99, you decide to throw a 2-0 changeup.
He doesn't have the same kind of secondary pitches as Maeda does. 3-0.
I still hear my dad in the back of my mind. Less is more, less is more, less is more. And it's true.
Changeup and throw a 98.
You're up by 9. I would think that he's just going to keep firing fastballs. That is way up there into shallow center field. Hernandez calls off Seager. Boy, the wind is really taking it. We can feel it up here how the wind has changed over the last 15 minutes or so. So 2 outs. Still changing. And Peter Borges is going to be the batter. Borges is flying to center. He is struck out.
That wind will blow some of the popcorn. I just, in between last inning, I realized that one of the pockets in my backpack was open. There's a lot of popcorn in there.
Well, what you see here is by no stretch anything like we had earlier tonight. The table is cleaned up a little bit more.
It's nice and neat now.
Yeah,
it is. Got our little notes working.
This has been our vantage point for tonight. Glad everybody's been able to hang in there with us as the night has moved on, as the mascots have rolled in. There we go.
Yeah.
You guys' reaction in the background, Tom and I.
Yeah.
Big smile.
Ice cream had better days.
That French fry was good, by the way. The best is the hot dog.
There's the 0-2 pitch to Borges. And a strike 3 call right at the knees. Borges thought it was. They'll toss it aside. Phillies do get 2 runs on the long home run by Ryan Howard. Out to center field, number 375 during his major league career. Into the elevator shaft. 13-4 Dodgers on top. Bet your kids are going to love that popcorn shot for the remaining of your days. No.
Oh, they will. I won't enjoy it for the remainder of the night.
Kike Hernandez will lead it off for the Dodgers as we go to the top of the 8th inning. 13-4. Los Angeles is on top. And Hernandez hits one of the air foul down the left field line and out of play. And it's 0-1. I want to thank everybody that has made this possible. Obviously, our crew did an amazing job to get everything set up, and they've been great all night. The people in Aramark as well, who have provided us with all the food that we've distributed to the fans around us. The mascots for spending some time with us. It's always great when we get to come out into the stands, whether it be in center field a couple of years ago or behind home plate last year. Sometimes we don't know what the script is when it comes to the Phanatic or his buddies, the Galapagos gang. But we appreciate how entertaining they were tonight and helping us enjoy a night out from the broadcast booth. Because it really is a beautiful ballpark. And although we know that because we're here every night, it's always nice to get out and see it in different pieces and different parts. Because this place is just tremendous to watch a baseball game.
And it is. And thank Mother Nature.
And thank Mother Nature for holding it off tonight.
Yeah, I'd send a shout out to the production cavity. They just did an outstanding job. They obviously made the right call on the weather. It was iffy there for a minute, so everyone involved, thank you very much. Wonderful job.
Here's Josh Reddick with 1 man down, and Reddick takes high. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Folks have been hanging out with us up here all night. Reddick has scored a run. He's 0 for 4. A little high, 2 balls and no strikes. Tonight, Chase Utley made his return. He's out of the ball game. He had his first multi-home run game here at Citizens Bank Park since July of 2011. He has a flair for the dramatic, and he certainly provided that tonight. A grand slam and a solo home run. The solo home run came back in the 5th inning, and the grand slam in the 7th inning. The other part of it is watching his current teammates and how they, saw and seemed to understand in a great way what the reaction was going to be here at the ballpark. They were on the top step cheering along with everybody else. Will they have enough pitching to get to the postseason and beyond? Only time will tell.
They have some thunder, I know that.
And they also, have traditionally this year played good defense. And that will benefit them as they move deeper into the season and possibly into the postseason. There's Adrian Gonzalez, who was 1 for 3 with a couple runs scored and an RBI. And it's 0-1. Corey Seager, National League Rookie of the Year candidate, probably the leading candidate. Howie Kendricks had a nice night tonight. 1-1 to Gonzalez.
Matt, you talked about Chase and obviously being a great player, but you said first and foremost he's a great
teammate.
See where he's sitting right now? Still on that Dodgers bench. Veteran guy, a lot of guys.
Out to left field, Paredes settles under it toward the line, puts it away.
And I mean, a lot of guys would have taken it to the showers already. He's still on that bench rooting for his teammates.
Well, now Yasmani Grandal will be the batter. Look at the night Grandal has had. He has been on base all 4 times. He has scored 3 runs, driven in 3 runs. I want to talk about a guy who's had a renaissance as this year has gone on. His average up to 235. And it was under 200 the first week in July. 1 strike to him.
You look at his stance hitting left-handed. Watch how he brings his shoulders up really tight. That's where he tucks his hands. And see how his shoulders are really, really tight? A lot of hitters want to have that loose shoulders. Like you teach them to take a big deep breath, your hands don't move but your shoulders drop down. It makes you relax a little bit. It just shows you if you feel comfortable, that's all that matters in the batter's box.
Peterson has a similar stance. It's Jock Peterson.
And Grandal's setup is a little different from the right side. Out to right center field. On the run is Odubel Herrera, and he's there. He'll put it away. Now the side is retired. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. We have played 7.5 on to the bottom of the 8th inning. clearance sale is going on now. Toyota, let's go places. Buy Jefferson. Call 800-JEFF-NOW or visit jefferson.edu. And buy Chevrolet. Visit your local dealer at ChevyDealer.com. Phillies trail at 13-4 as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Time now, boys, for our Hyundai defensive plays of the game.
Well, nice play right here by Freddie Galvis going up the middle. One hopper. Nice play, spin. The concentration when he gets up, picks up his target, makes a very strong throw to Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard's not done yet. Shows his range at first base. Very tough play, wind blowing up, ball back into play. Two-handed catch into the end zone. Those are your Hyundai defensive play of the games brought to you by local Hyundai dealers.
Some changes for the Dodgers. Seguin moves over to third base, and Taylor's on to play third base. Moves over from third to first, and Taylor's on to play third. J.P. Howell will take over on the mound. He'll take over Baez, who went 1 inning, allowed 2 hits and a home run. First batter is Jimmy Paredes.
J.P. Howell.
And J.P. Howell's been around for a while. Paredes had a good day the other day. Final game of that series against the Rockies. And he continues with a line drive base hit to left field. So he's aboard. Time to get caught up around what's going on around baseball. Here's Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you, Tom. It's our greater coverage of baseball presented by T-Mobile, and a little bit of the Atlanta Braves future will be on display tomorrow night. Dansby Swanson will be called up, and he will be in the lineup tomorrow when the Braves play the Twins. Of course, he was the #1 overall pick in 2015 by the Arizona Diamondbacks. He was traded to Atlanta this offseason. He is about to make his major league debut against the Twins. And how about this for a story? According to John Farrell, manager of the Boston Red Sox, the Red Sox have shown interest in Jonathan Papelbon. They have actually had conversations with him whether or not they would like to have him back in Boston for their stretch run here in 2016. John Farrell said that he thinks he would fit in very nicely in their clubhouse. He would be setting up games for Craig Kimbrell at that point, but that's what they're talking about. No decisions have been made yet, but of course he pitched for them between 2005, 2011. He has 219 career saves with the Boston Red Sox. Of course, he was a World Series champ for them as well, so there may be a reunion in Jonathan Papelbon's future.
Boy, it'll be interesting to see what he winds up doing, because it does look like he is closing in on signing with somebody.
Cubs are in there as well.
Yep. No balls and 2 strikes to Cesar Hernandez with a runner at first. Off the hands to the right side. Nobody's covering first, and Cesar will have an infield hit. Seguin ranged way over to try to get involved in that play. And that left first base wide open. So the Phils have back-to-back hits. And that puts runners on first and second here in the 8th inning.
Yeah, that's a little lack of communication of where your second baseman's going to be playing.
And that one not as pretty as his last one into the seats in right field, but
they all count.
They all count the same.
So now Odubel Herrera will bat. He's 0 for 3. Odubel with a couple ground outs and a strikeout in tonight's game. Hit high, and it's 1-0. The ball almost broke right over the plate. Tommy Joseph has come out on deck. Ball's hit sharply through the middle, a base hit. Paredes to be held up at third, and the bases are now loaded. The Phils with 3 straight hits to begin the 8th inning. And here's Tommy Joseph to pitch hit. Dodgers bullpen is quiet right now with this 9-run lead. Ben said they got a lot of guys in the bullpen. Joseph hits one well toward left center field. Peterson getting back to it. He's under it. Makes the catch. Tagging from third is Paredes. Hernandez will go to third. A run scores, and it's 13-5. So sac fly to center.
That ball just getting in a hair on Tommy Joseph. A breaking ball that was just up. Seems like these Philly hitters are looking for that good changeup that Hal throws. They're just getting pitches in on him. Odubel fisted one to center. Obviously Cesar hit that bleeder towards the right side, but and then this breaking ball getting in on Tommy Joseph.
And now Maikel Franco will bat with Odubel Herrera at first and Hernandez at third. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning against J.P. Howell. Got some stirring going on. Looks like Casey Fine is looking for his glove. He was just activated earlier today by the Dodgers. Oh, 2 to Franco. Franco has singled once, scored once. Swing and a miss. Franco loses his helmet and is retired on strikes. Two outs. And now Ryan Howard will be the hitter. Howard does have a home run tonight. He's 1 for 3. Plays off 2-0. Two and 1. Ryan Howard's average at 198. And this is the home run that gave him 18 on the years last time up.
Nice easy swing. Big man knew he had it. It's at number 18 right in the elevator. Number 375 on his career.
Swing and a miss. 2-2. J.P. Howell's the kind of pitcher that when he gets in trouble, he goes even slower. Odubel will be off and running from first.
I remember facing J.P. Howell one time when I was with Toronto. I said, okay, stay back. And just stay back. And if you think I have to get jammed, you get jammed. I took a full hack and didn't even make the pitcher's mound.
Swing and a miss. And Howell nearly fell off the pitcher's mound. And Ryan Howard strikes out to finish up the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies do score a run We'll move to the 9th here at Citizens Bank Park. Phillies down 13-5.
Davis and Garrett joins us to get you set for the Eagles-Steelers matchup.
Watch tomorrow at 6 on TCN and stream us live at breakfastabroad.com.
Well, Chase Utley's return has been magical from his standpoint. 2 home runs. Tommy Joseph stays in after the sacrifice fly. And Severino Gonzalez will take over on the mound. 18th game for Severino. He'll face Jock Peterson to start it off. Peterson and then Howie Kendrick. Here in the top of the 9th inning, the Phillies down 13-5. Down low, 2-0. See the line score. An 8-run 7th inning with 11 men coming to the plate for the Dodgers. Peterson lines one toward center field over the head of Odubel. It takes a hop over the wall. A ground rule double. That's his 24th of the year. And he's at second to start the 9th inning.
One thing about the Dodgers hitters, they're all very good fastball hitters. And when they get a fastball that's a mistake, they don't miss it. That ball is the laser.
Howie Kendrick now the hitter. Kendrick takes upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
Just looking back at this game, the 7th inning. So Elvis comes in. He does have the leadoff walk, and I'm not making excuses for anybody. I'm not. Elvis didn't have his best stuff tonight. But you look at the way that inning unfolded. You got 2nd and 3rd. You have a line drive that should have been caught at first base. Then you have a rollover. And then the backdoor slider to Grandal I thought was a strike. You know, he could have gotten out of that with, you know, maybe just the 1-run scoring. Next thing you know, they tack on 8.
Yeah, they jumped all over the mistakes at
they
that
sure
point.
did. But, you know, I'm looking at that. It could have definitely gone a lot differently. And again, I'm not making excuses, but I'm just looking back on it, how that could have unfolded. I mean, some plays need to be made. A call or two could have gone his way. You're looking at a completely different 7th inning.
Yeah, the Turner ball, which was ruled a hit, should have been an E3. That ball is smoked. Center field. Odubel on the run, and he is going to play it off the scoreboard. It hits awkwardly. That'll drive in a run, and Kendrick is on his way to 3rd, and he'll get there with an RBI triple. So Kendrick with his 4th hit of the night. And it's 14-5 Dodgers. Talk about not giving away at bats.
Location. Fastball, a little above the belt.
He's really driven the ball well to center field, right center. We saw him hit an opposite field, a little more towards right center in LA.
Second into a single as a pinch hitter his last time up. Outside.
So either one of you guys going to put a down payment on Chase's house downtown, his condo?
No, I think I'm going to let that slide for now. Tied him up 1-2. The last two times that he's sat down with the media, he's been asked about playing past this year, and he has obviously said he'd like to play beyond that, but is waiting as that's a fair ball and the throw is wide. And now did they call it foul? Paul Nart signaled fair and then put his arms out. Now they're going to say it's a foul ball. It looked foul from up here in left field. Watch the third base umpire.
Looks fair from down the field. He called it fair.
He did call it fair.
I don't know how it could have been foul, where it hit proximity to the bag.
2-2. The only thing is the home plate umpire may have overruled it. But it's usually the field umpire that makes the call once the ball gets beyond the bag.
Right.
But the ball was definitely beyond the bag. Ground ball. This is a fair ball. Third. Michael Franco across the diamond. A run does score. 1 out. 15-5 Dodgers on top. And an RBI for Seguin.
See, in a lot of situations, that play right there, man on third base, you're up by a ton. The only time you're going on contact is if the ball's hit up the middle. You know, the rule of thumb is that if there's a chance that you had a slide at home plate with the big lead, with the ground ball to third, usually the guy doesn't take off.
This is a season high 15 runs allowed now. Chris Taylor's the batter, and he takes a strike. 1-1. .240 with a home run and 7 runs batted in for Taylor, who had just been called up when we were in LA. Cesar Hernandez in shallow right field, 2 outs. Every time the Phillies pitchers retire, the opposition 1-2-3 Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Oh, 2 away. Here is Corey Seager. He does not get the rest of the night off. He has a double and a run scored. Takes inside, 1-0. And a line drive to left field. Paredes comes on, makes the running grab. 2-run score for the Dodgers in the inning. So they're up by 10 as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Phils here at Citizens Bank Park.
Well, Harry referred to him as the man, and tonight he was the man. Gets a solo home run here. Curtain call. Very rarely will you ever see that. And then in the 7th, to right field, Patton and Chase Utley swing for the grand slam. Said very rarely will you see a curtain call once, but how about twice? He had it going tonight. They are your WB Mason deliveries of the game.
Well, the home run ball has been a big part of tonight's game for the Dodgers. Phillies have allowed a season high 15 runs. They trail at 15-5 as we move to the bottom of the 9th inning. 5 runs on 8 hits for the Phillies, 15 runs on 14 hits for the Dodgers. Casey Fine will be the new pitcher for the Dodgers. And A.J. Ellis will take over behind the plate. Yasmani Grandal getting a day off. Fine just activated today. 0-1 with a 4.09 ERA. J.P. Howell is credited with 1 inning. He allowed 3 hits and a run. No walks and 2 strikeouts. Cameron Rupp will lead it off. It'll be Rupp, Galvis, and then Peter Borges. 1 ball and no strikes to Rupp. Cameron got the scoring started for the Phillies with that solo home run in the 2nd. A lot of the ways, though, is Maeda. Even though the offense exploded for the Dodgers, Maeda just controlled this game.
Threw very well. 6 innings. Only walked 1, struck out 9.
Scattered 3 hits, 2 home runs.
Yep.
Fly ball toward right field. And Reddick misjudged it. Well, he was sidewinding in the entire time. I mean, the wind has really been whipping, but it looked like he was snaking in and never really had it lined up and would played it off his body. He just catalyzed it.
Yeah, he just missed it.
Yep.
That is inexcusable. Give Cam credit for not dogging it, making it to second base.
Well, now Freddie is up. He's 1 for 3. He has flied out, popped out, and singled.
The worst thing about that play right there in right field is that majority of the crowd's gone. You hear every single person hooping and hollering at you.
Yeah, and I would think they are hooping and hollering.
As they should.
You never did that, did you, Matt?
Oh, a few times.
Hooting and hollering?
Yeah, I wish.
Taylor will give it a look. Kendrick comes over and makes the play in foul territory. That ball really carried. Coming up after the ball game, Marlon Anderson is in the house to break down Vince Velasquez's outing today. A lot of good and some bad. He left trailing this one. That's only on Cure Auto Insurance presents Phillies Post-Game Live. Marlon was here earlier, as he generally is when he's doing pre and post game show. He's down talking to Chase before the ball game. Peter Borges 0 for 3. He's flied out and struck out twice. 0-1.
Dodgers have pretty good arms coming out of that bullpen. Velocity wise.
Yeah, the bullpen ERA 3.14. That's pretty darn good.
It's very good.
Taylor looks Rupp back and throws out Borges. Yeah, there are 2 outs. Well, we are winding down another night out of the broadcast booth, our 3rd one. Be interesting to see where we wind up next year. What spot? But this has been great up here. It's been great to visit with the fans. It's been great to see the ballpark from a different perspective. We hope you've enjoyed it back at home. It was neat to watch the whole Chase Utley ceremony sort of happen before our eyes.
Yep.
And a great job by the Phillies fans with their reaction to Chase.
Oh, tremendous. It was awesome. Great experience. 3 for 3. Unfortunately, came up on the short end, but I think next year we should go center field.
Back to where we were?
No, right below the Sunco sign. Out in,
in the Budweiser rooftop?
There you go.
It's not a bad idea. I actually like if you... That's a good spot, Matt.
Or
it really
behind
is.
second base.
I actually like...
How about in the dugout?
I actually like over in the second deck where it says the need help sign in the corner just near the bullpens. When I was roaming the stands like Murph is, I used to go up there a lot and do some shots. That's a pretty good spot to watch a ball game, right up there. Right in that corner where those 2 folks are.
And by the way, hats off to the Phillies for an unbelievable alumni weekend. We all played in the golf tournament yesterday. Another tremendous success. First class all the way.
I apologize to the folks I played with. It's not driving well yesterday.
We all have our days.
2 balls and 1 strike. But not for Tommy Green. Ben would have walked away with a prize on the drive, on the longest drive.
I was feeling pretty good about myself in the longest drive hole, and Tommy came up and said, "What happened, little man?"
Little man.
I said, "How far did you outdrive me by?" He goes, "About 35, 40 yards.
And how far was yours?
I got into it. I didn't walk it off, but it was.
Paredes launches one. Center field. Peterson going back toward the fence, and he'll make the catch. And the ball game is over. The wind did not help Jimmy Paredes on that home run. The Dodgers take game 1 of this series. They've won 3 of 4. Chase Utley makes an incredible return to Philadelphia, as only he can do it, with a solo home run and a grand slam. As we said, the flair for the dramatic. And the Phils lose the first of this 3-game series to Los Angeles. So it's a 3-1 homestand so far. Phillies go after game number 2 tomorrow night here at Citizens Bank Park. 15-5 the final score. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.